Our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco, locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Dakota Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are a dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor. But together, you make Mom proud. Look at you two. And look at your crew. Brenda, the calculator Cutler, Bill, the drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate. The right rate and all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one stop for mouth-watering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachment solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at NewGen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, NewGen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
A better you starts closer to home, with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered.
We travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
Experience. Welcome to Cadwell Park as we are on this Sunday afternoon getting you set for baseball in Mitchell, South Dakota. It's the 92nd annual South Dakota State Amateur Baseball Tournament here on Live Ticket TV as we have the final two games of the first round set for you today, including in game number one coming up here at 11 o'clock as Four Corners will take on Crofton. And then coming up after this one, it will be the final game, Corsica taking on Garrettson, before later on this evening, fingers crossed, there is some weather playing in the forecast that could cause an issue, but set for this evening, it'll be Wessington Springs taking on Larchwood at 5:30. And then coming up after that, it'll be Dimmick Emery to take on Castlewood. Morgan, our producer, Jody Brozick, our cameraman. Color commentator today, Spencer Bewley. I'm Heath Nimke, getting you set for another wonderful day, at least here in the morning, for some baseball at Cadwell Park. Taking a look back so far at the 92nd Annual State Baseball Tournament, let's take a look at things that have happened. Going back to Wednesday, in the first game, it was Wessington Springs that beat Akron 10-7. And in game number two, Larchwood got a 15-run rule win against Burke 18-3. In the third game, it was Dimmick Emery that was able to beat Lake Norton 7-2. And in a slight upset, Castlewood beat Tabor 7-5 in action. Again, those two teams coming up later on this evening. In other action that happened on Thursday evening, it was Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks that got the win over the Menno Mad Frogs 4-2. And also Elk Point Colt 45s defeated the only undefeated team here at the state tournament, Redfield Dairy Queen 7-1. Then we go to Friday at 11 o'clock. Flandreau fell to Alexandria 5-3 as Alexandria Angels are back into the second round of the state tournament. And also in a thrilling game after that, it was Platte that defeated Del Rapids Mudcats by the final score of 1-0. And that has been the closest game that we have seen of this state tournament. On Friday evening, Canova beat Lesterville in a rematch of last year's state title game as the gang were able to get the 11-0 victory. And after that, Kimball White Lake defeated Northville 7-1. In action yesterday, we saw Del Rapids PBR punch their ticket into the round of 16 as they defeated Elkton 5-3. Also after that, it was Millbank that defeated Hartford Humboldt Gamecocks 5-2. And then the evening session last night, we saw Mount Vernon outlast the Salem Cubs by a final score of 4-3. And then the winner Cologne Pheasants punched their ticket past Chamberlain 8-0. And a scoreless game from the Mallards and a great pitching performance by the Pheasants as we get set for these first two games, again, of the afternoon to punch the next two tickets into the round of 16 before the round of 16 comes up here this evening. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it is our starting lineups brought to you by Shields. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV. Enduring legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative that has served the ag community for more than a century. Dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Back at Cadwell Park as we get set for this day 4, if you will, day 5, apologize, of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Game 15 and 16 coming up here this afternoon. As in game 1, it'll be Crofton taking on the Four Corners. And then game 16, if you will, set for 1 o'clock, Corsica will be taking on Garrettson. As we get to our starting lineups here in just a moment, let's get over to my broadcast partner, Spencer Bewley, as we take a look at this game. But before we talk about that, Spencer, it has been a great state tournament so far. Some games that have been a blowout. I remember your first night here, you saw Larchwood take care of Burke pretty handily, but also I've seen some other close games, including look back to Platte getting a 1-0 victory over Del Rapids Mudcats earlier in this tournament. Which one has been your favorite game so far, taking a look at this whole entire bracket?
I don't know if I mean, we've had so many games, I don't even know if I can look back at most of these and remember exactly what's happened in all of them, but I'll add on to that, Heath. It has been a very, very good state tournament. I mean, we've seen a large variety of gameplay. Like you said, we've seen some blowouts, we've seen some very close games. I'm always a big fan of the pitching duel. I love to see a couple of great pitchers go out there and battle it out, so I guess if I had to pick a favorite game, I don't know, maybe the Platte Del Rapid one. That was kind of fun to watch. The Mount Vernon one was pretty good yesterday. So was the Millbank one. We saw, honestly, you know what? I'm going to go Millbank as my favorite game solely because Millbank played incredible small ball that game. They bunted so many guys around. I believe I think they didn't score more than 1 run an inning. I think all 5 of their runs came from single run scoring innings, and it was all because they played super efficient small ball. They bunted guys around, they moved guys over, sack flies, sack bunts, sack ground outs, whatever it was. Millbank did a great job in that game, but yeah, Heath, it's exceeded expectations for sure. I think it's been a good balance of great hitting and great pitching overall, so I'm excited to see what is this, day 4? Day 5?
Day 5.
Day 5 has in store for us.
All right, let's get into our starting lineups for both the Four Corners and the Crofton BlueJays. But before we do that, let's meet the Four Corners and take a look at how they got here. Again, the Four Corners come into this state tournament 9-8 overall. As they were in District 3, they come out as Pony Hills representative number 3. They defeated the Winter Demons 16-1 before losing to Kimball Whitelake, who were eventual champions in the Pony Hills, and then defeated Plankinton 13-3 to qualify to state. On the opposite side, the Crofton BlueJays, the last team standing from the South Central League to get to the state tournament. As again, they were able to defeat Irene in the first round 7-6 before losing to Lesterville 8-3, but defeated one of their arch rivals, another team from Nebraska, 5-3, the Why Not Expos. They defeated them 5-2 to make it to this state tournament. All right, our starting lineups brought to you by Shields. They carry a world-class brands and back every product they carry with their Shields guarantee. You can feel confident knowing you're purchasing the same footwear, apparel, and gear professionals rely on. Taking a look first up at the Four Corners starting lineup. Leading things off will be number 20, River Iverson, out in right field. Batting second, number 8, Brad Hand, the third baseman. Batting third, number 26, Sam Hand, the left fielder. Batting the cleanup spot, number 9, Garrett Stout, the shortstop. Batting fifth, number 3, Andrew McLeod, the second baseman. Batting sixth, number 19, Noah Haney, the catcher. Batting seventh, Justin Lester at first base and also wearing number 7. Batting 8th, number 32, Shea Kanat, the DH. Batting 9th, number 22, Jack Van Camp, the center fielder. And it will be Austin Hand who will get the start on the bump today for the Four Corners. For the Crofton BlueJays, leading things off, it will be number 2, James Kaiser, out in the shortstop position. Batting second, number 20, Seth Weebelhaus, out in center field. Batting third, number 15, Jared Weebelhaus, the third baseman. Batting fourth, and the pickup player, number 34, Lee Hymas from Why Not, playing out in right field. Batting fifth, number 1, Austin Tramp, playing in second base. Batting sixth, number 7, Marcus Van Driel. He's also another pickup player coming from Irene, out in left field. Batting seventh, number 17, Zach Hagee. He will get the start on the bump and is also the DH tonight. Batting eighth, number 22, Devin Hagee, the catcher. And finally, rounding things off for the Crofton BlueJays will be number 18, Tyler Koch, the first baseman. We'll step aside for our national anthem. When we come back, it's time for first pitch between Four Corners and the BlueJays. That is on the way next here on Live Ticket TV. Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Welcome back to Cadwell Park as we get you set for the first game of 4 today here at Cadwell Park in Mitchell, South Dakota. Getting you set for the first game of the day. It is the Crofton BlueJays taking on the Four Corners, as today's game is brought to you by Blarney's, family-friendly sports bar and grill with over 38 draft beers, an array of food choices ranging from their famous stone-fired pizza to the best burgers in the area. Stop at Blarney's for your pre- and post-game destination if you're making your way here to Cadwell Park in Mitchell, South Dakota. A lot of blue in the stands for this first session, if you will, supporting the Crofton BlueJays. The Four Corners also kind of blue, if you will, but in their gray uniforms today with the numbers that are in blue. And the Crofton BlueJays will be wearing their white uniforms today with blue numbers in letters to represent these two teams. Again, getting the start on the bump, Austin Hand, the pitcher for the Four Corners. And for the Crofton BlueJays, it will be it will be Zach Hagee getting the start for the Blue Jays today. And we are set and ready to go for our first pitch between these two teams. Again, Morgan is our producer. We have Caleb Titze, our cameraman, and Spencer Bewley sitting right next to me here with color commentating as we get you set for this matchup between Crofton and the Four Corners. Again, don't forget the final game of this first round between Corsica and Garrettson is coming up after this one right here. All games exclusively streamed on Live Ticket TV. And don't forget, fans, when you purchase your pass to watch these games, all that money goes directly back to the South Dakota State Amateur Baseball Association to help improve funds at Cadwell Park. They take a year off next year, make their way to Brandon Valley before coming back to Cadwell Park the year afterwards. So final warm-up pitches are coming in for Zach Hagee here. Get over to my color commentator, Spencer Bewley. Spencer, another beautiful day here at Cadwell Park. It's just been wonderful so far for what we have seen with this state tournament.
Yeah, today's going to be another one. We've got a high of about, 73 degrees, low of 60. It should be another great day at the ballpark. As you mentioned, some weather potentially moving in closer this evening. But other than that, it should be a great day.
Yeah, you talk about that, and that will be something on at least our minds up here in the broadcast booth as we are looking at showers later on for tonight. Again, showers and thunderstorms likely before 1 a.m. is currently at the moment is what they're calling for. We could see about a quarter of an inch possible for that rain. So we're hoping to get all the games in for today. And then tomorrow, Slight chance of rain in the morning before even baseball starts, but we don't have to worry about that. Won't have baseball until 5:30 in the evening tomorrow night as we go back to just 2 games a day for a few days here at Cadwell Park before we go back to a busy schedule heading into next weekend to wrap up the championship games. And we also welcome the State A teams that have been playing over in Brookings over the past couple of days, including some teams that have already punched their ticket from State A, including the Brewers, the Squirrels from Sioux Falls, and also the Yankton Tappers have made it into the Class A state tournament portion here at Drake Field in Mitchell, South Dakota. Again, we are set and ready to go for our first pitch as it'll be River Iverson to lead things off as the first pitch comes in as a called strike, 0-1 the count, and we are underway between Crofton and the Four Corners. Again, River Iverson, Brad Hand, and Sam Hand all due up here to start the inning off for the Four Corners. And it's the Crofton Blue Jays. Again, if you're missing it, Zach Hagee is getting the start on the mound. And this one, a drop, third strike, throw over to first, and there is one away.
Nice easy ground out to get Anderson comfortable in the game.
Is that what you're looking for on the screen?
That is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Hagee getting comfortable up there.
We always talk about Spencer getting that first out, always feel comfortable, but strikes right away for him. He's finding the strike zone very nicely.
Almost feels like the first batter of every game, at least the first at-bat, is kind of like a deep exhale for everybody once that first play is made, whether it's a ground out, a base hit. Kind of both teams just take a deep breath. The batter's box is broken in, the pitching mound's broken in, and we're ready to play ball.
1-1 the count. Again, Zach Hagee doing a great job here. This opening stanza to find the strike zone as this one, as I say, is low and away. Winners last night, Winter Cologne and Mount Vernon punched their ticket onto the round of 16 here at the state tournament. And this one in for a called strike. Again, up to bat right now, Brad Hand for the Four Corners. Brad comes in batting a .273 for the team. The 2-2, this one just past the second baseman, Austin Tramp, as he was leaning towards it, couldn't quite put a glove on it, and it bleeds all the way out into right field, where we see Leah Hymas grab the ball for the first time. Leah Hymas, a traditional center fielder for the Why Not Expos, a team that did not make it from the state of Nebraska, playing down in the South Central League. In fact, we see a little bit shift of an outfield, Spencer, as 2 pickup players playing in the outfield for speed for the Crofton Blue Jays today.
Yeah, pickup players so vital in this tournament. Big outfield out here, 420 to dead center, 340 down the corners. I think we've talked about it before. Even in an MLB park, this would kind of be a pretty big park overall. So the outfielders absolutely have to be fast. They're tasked with covering a lot of ground out there.
Swing and a miss here as the next batter up is Sam Ham, the left fielder. Sam coming to the ball game, a .343. And it's great to have Brad over there at first base. See if he can't move Brad a little bit here and get some offense going early for the Four Corners.
Yep, top 3 batters in the order, looking for a good quality at bats, maybe get a couple guys on. Kind of break the ice. Again, that's kind of the job of the first inning for these first 3 batters, break the ice. Get some runners aboard, move them around a little bit, put a little bit of pressure right away on Hagee.
Ball fouled off to the left. We'll reset, do it again. The count remains 1-2 to Hand. And this one goes over to Austin Tramp. This time makes a great play, throws the second, throw to first. Is not going to be in time. And it's going to be on the fielder's choice, out at second, 2 away.
That's tough. I don't know. I mean, I guess tie goes to the runner. It was going to be a bang-bang play. I thought they might have got him, Heath, but hard to say. Obviously, there's no reviews here in the state amateur baseball tournament, but it's tough. I mean, we've seen a lot of bang-bang plays over at first base. Nonetheless, great play at second base by Tramp, quickly firing that ball over the shortstop Kaiser.
And you mentioned as well, it really felt that Koch thought that was the end of the inning as well. He was starting to run off thinking that they had turned the double play. Nice job nonetheless by Austin Tramp just to get the runner at second. But Crofton Blue Jays are not able to turn the double play. And on this one, Garrett Stout is going to hit right out to right field and going all the way over to third. And now the runner takes off to second. So a single by Garrett Stout moves the runner to third, and Stout on the throw will move to second, putting runners at third and second, and 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
And you can't talk about the hustle from Sam Hand enough on that double play, because that now has set up a little 2-out rally opportunity with one of your better hitters stepping up to the plate. But it goes back to that hustle. That doesn't happen if Sam Hand just jogs down the line knowing that, he grounds out to the second baseman, it's going to be a double play and whatnot. He hustles it out and gives his team a second chance opportunity here in the first inning.
A good throw out there from right field, too, by Lee Hymas in the last play. They didn't cut it off as it went into Weebelhaus. They let it all the way go, and maybe not quite the same arm strength that we, of course, see from Lee Hymas in the past, as he's starting to get up there a little bit more in age. But Lee Hymas participating, it seems like, in every state tournament since the 1990s. Even if his Why Not team isn't making it, he's always a pickup player immediately. Everyone looks to Lee Hymas right away to pick up a true and tested state tournament baseball player. This one fouled off. The count now 0-2. As again, the batter here is Andrew McLeod up to bat, the second baseman, the fifth in the lineup. The 0-2, this one is going to be fouled. Doesn't take a convincing swing at that one.
No, that's kind of back-to-back unconvincing swings, but it's a good job nonetheless by McLeod of battling. With 2 strikes, your job isn't to get in the box and take a giant hack at it. Your job is to stay alive, try and put one in play, get a single there. So although they aren't convincing swings, it's a great job battling here by McLeod.
And now the 0-2, this one fouled off once again. No, they say it's a drop third strike, and it's going to be a throw over to first, and there is the third out. So the Four Corners able to get runners on third and second, but not able to score anything. And we head to the bottom of the first. That comes up in 90 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV. The bottom of the first is brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. They are a full-service financial institution taking pride in serving their members. They offer savings accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and Advantage ATM and debit cards. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Tournament here on Live Ticket TV. Four Corners able to put runners on third and second, but do not score as we head to the bottom of the first inning, where leading things off for the Crofton Blue Jays will be James Kaiser, Seth Weebelhaus, and Jared Weebelhaus all up to bat here in this bottom of the first inning. Again, the Crofton Blue Jays in their white uniforms, the Four Corners in their gray uniforms. The only players that differentiate from that are either the Legion players or the pickup players. Now, one Legion player for the Four Corners, no Legion players for the Crofton Blue Jays, two pickup players for the Crofton Blue Jays, who they are playing both of them, and only one pickup player for the Four Corners. So we're not going to really see a whole lot of different jersey colors, if you will, here in this first game. As the first two pitches come in, both balls, 2-0 the count. Again, on the bump is Zach Hagee, the pitcher for today. And on the opposite side for the four corners, getting the start in the bump is Austin Hand as he throws his first three pitches in. And there are 3 balls, and 3-0 is the count. The 3-0, this one outside. So Hand is going to pitch 4 pitches, 4 balls, and it's an immediate walk, and the Crofton Blue Jays get the first batter aboard.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is not much of a worse start there for Austin Hand other than maybe hitting the first batter, but he's going to have his work cut out for him here in the first inning. It was a great top of the first by four corners, putting the pressure on Crofton. So now it's Crofton's turn to kind of get some pressure put on here, and 5 balls in a row moves the runner to second, and it looks like they might just do that.
Yeah, on the pass ball here, gets away from the catcher that time for the four corners, Noah Haney, and it's going to now move the runner over to second base. So not a good start whatsoever. James Kaiser, though, enjoying his time in the middle of the park right now.
Yeah, maybe some nerves here early on for Austin Hand.
Getting Seth Wiebelhaus up to bat. Wiebelhaus, the athlete at Mount Marty University. A very good track athlete. Spencer Bewley might know a thing or two about track and more specifically the field portion of things. Is this one trying to lay down the bunt, Seth Wiebelhaus.
What events? It's the real question.
I believe he's the decathlon.
Oh.
So a little bit of everything, if you will.
So a freak athlete is what you're telling me. Mad respect to all decathletes out there. 10 events is pretty unbelievable. And they're not 10 easy events either. They are 10 pretty tough events.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. This one's going to be lifted out into right field, and it's going to be a nice catch out there in right field. Nice job by River Iverson for out number 1. Now tagging up was Kaiser, but did not take off. So he still remains at second base with 1 away. There is a big breeze that is starting to pick up here. It was not a factor about a half hour ago, but now a breeze pushing out into left field. As you can see the trees moving out in deep center, and even that little wobble to the camera right now as you're watching back home is that wind as it's starting to pick up quite a bit.
Yeah, we haven't seen many home runs in this tournament so far, maybe a few, maybe 2 or 3. But I think a wind blowing out to the left, we may see a couple balls go out over that 374 left center fence. But going back to that catch out in right field by River Iverson, I kind of thought for sure that Kaiser was going to tag up at second, especially after seeing Iverson kind of, make the diving catch out there. It was a very interesting catch, kind of just corralled it in the breadbasket. But I was surprised to not see Iverson take off there at second base.
So the count 3-0, as we've already seen 1 walk so far here in the ball game. And this one in for a called strike, the traditional called strike on this one.
Yeah, not sure if this is an actual legitimate bunt attempt there. I think it's more so just to try and distract the pitcher, Austin Hand.
And this one, ground ball, and it's going to be over to the foul territory. So the count now full with a runner on second base of Kaiser. And the payoff pitch coming up. Again with Wiebelhaus up to bat here at the moment.
Wiebelhaus about a .230 batter throughout the league season. So maybe it was a legit bunt attempt. Maybe he was just trying to do a job and move him over, but he gets on here.
So now the second walk that we have seen from Hand. And puts runners at first and second. So no official hit given up here yet by Hand, but he has walked 2 and runners on first and second.
Yeah, struggling to find the zone here. This is kind of a rocky first inning. Honestly, Heath, if we see another batter reach or runners advance, I would not be surprised to see some action in the bullpen. Maybe, you take this game in that instance and just say, hey, we'll save Austin Hand for another day. It's just not his, but still, of course, lots of outs to work with here, lots of pitches to be thrown from Austin Hand.
Lee Hymas is now up, batting at .237, which is well below his usual average. Usually see him come in with a number above 300, but a great spot in the pickup. And the cleanup spot as well. This one he makes contact and it's go over to third. It's a hard hit ground ball. The slide over to second, out at second on the fielder's choice. But Lee Hymas is able to move a runner to third and puts runners at the corners with 2 outs for the Crofton Blue Jays.
That is a big-time play over at third base from Hand to help out his pitcher, Hand, as well on the mound. Looks like he was kind of going to be in a tough spot, working himself into a little bit of a jam, but that's a huge out to get at second. Now you got outs at first and second with 2 outs. Much easier plays for the infield.
And Austin Tramp sees the first pitch in for a called strike. We do pay attention to Lee Hymas as well, as you just mentioned it, Spencer, that there's outs to turn the easy out and get out of the inning, but we'll see if maybe Lee Hymas doesn't take off. He's in his steal motion, if you will, but there's swing and a miss, and now the count 0-2. So you have to have a feeling that Lee Hymas might go if he's going to take off. And we're not seeing a whole lot of look from Hand over to first. Just a slight glance is all he makes. The 0-2 winds and deals. This one well outside. 1-2 the count. Have to test the hand of the catcher Noah Haney to see how well he can throw it over to second. But again, runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And this one swing and a miss, and Hand gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. And we head to the top of the second. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer, and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Coda Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are a dynamite.
Back here at Cadwell Park as we wait on our broadcast man Heath Nimke. Noah Haney steps up to the plate. Half inning brought to you by MDS Manufacturing. We make the loader better. MDS leads the way with quality in manufacturing, pricing integrity, and business development. Huge shout out to all of our sponsors here at Live Ticket TV. 0-2 pitch low, and welcome back Heath Nimke.
Sorry about that, Spencer. Just trying to make your life a little bit easier. See if it works. Don't know if it will or not, but at least give it a shot, as they say.
Game changer is what he's talking about there. We were struggling a little bit with live feed of stats and positions and game updates and whatnot up here in the broadcast booth.
A fan catches the ball up here. Just off the awning is where he's found out. And that one, again, have to keep your head on a swivel because the awning does not protect the whole entire bleacher area here at Cadwell Park. It protects some, but again, not all. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Haney, the batter right now. And this one in for a called strike. And we see another strikeout from Zach Hagee. And for Hagee, that's now his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, great breaking ball there to Noah Haney as it kind of started about belt high, dropped down kind of below the knees, ends kind of towards the shins, but crosses the plate right at knee line. Haney knew it right away. He was sat down looking.
And as Spencer pointed out, yes, technically it wouldn't be considered the afternoon yet, still the morning because after noon. It's not after.
Means afternoon. True, Heath.
It's the 11:22 here on this church Sunday. Spencer, get your church in this morning?
No.
No judgment. God still loves you. 1-2 the count on a swing and a miss.
It's been a long 4 days here. Mine's on baseball, unfortunately, this Sunday. Had to get up and head to work.
Another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts by Zach Hagee, and there's 2 away here in the top of the second.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Hagee. Much better start than kind of the jam he got into there at the top of the first. So good to see him rolling here.
So now stepping up to bat, it'll be Shea as he sees the first in pitch for a called strike, nicknamed Butter. Nicknamed Shea Butter is what they like to call him on the team. All the 4 corners have nicknames. I just want a ground ball over to third. Weeblehouse grabs, throws to first in time. It's 1-2-3 in order for the Crofton Blue Jays as we head to the bottom of the second. That comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two, and look at your crew. Brenda the Calculator Cutler, Bill the Drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card.
Back at Cantwell Park, as we'll see Marcus Van Driel, the pickup player from the Irene Cardinals, step up the bat first. Shout out to the Irene Cardinals, bringing back their baseball team after they went on a hiatus. They put things together and were able to bring back the Irene Cardinals in a beautiful baseball diamond just behind the school there in Irene, South Dakota. I believe Spencer Bewley's been to Irene a time or two.
I have. We called some basketball there.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Old Chuck and I. Shout out Charlie Preen. I believe he's watching. Looking forward to it this year, Charlie. Getting after it on Live Ticket TV.
Van Driel sees the first pitch is going to foul it off down the first base line. So we saw in that first inning that Austin Hand gave up a couple walks, just struggled to find the strike zone, trying to get a bounce back inning here for this second inning. So second pitch, the 0-1. It's going to be out into center field, and Van Camp can't camp underneath of it. And Marcus Van Driel is on his horse. And it's going to be a stand-up triple for Marcus Van Driel to get things started in the bottom of the second. Love to see that from your pickup player.
Yeah, and you on the other side, you hate to see it for Austin Hand. I mean, that's a hard-hit ball. You know, give all the credit to Van Driel, but at the same time, that's a ball that's got to be caught in center field. Van Camp absolutely had the speed to get there. He just simply misread it with the wind. His first steps were forward and in, and then he started drifting to the right, and then you saw it instantly, the oh crud moment where he's got to take off towards that fence and try and catch that ball just over his head. You hate to see it from Austin Hand because this is really kind of an inning where you're going to find out how the rest of this game is going to go. If he comes out and can't find the zone, then you're starting to think, okay, we got to think about the bullpen already. But he is finding the zone here early on, except that's an out that he should get to his name.
You mentioned as well, Spencer, the wind that has been picking up a little bit more. The higher you get up in the air with that baseball, the more it starts to swirl around and starts to move. And now ground ball, Marcus Van Driel is going to come home no matter what. The throw to home, and he's out as he slides in. So the stand-up triple, a great play by Marcus Van Driel, but they cannot cash it in as he didn't need to go home there to try to make a play and ends up getting caught going home, and there's one away.
Yeah, that's one where you can't blame Van Driel. It's the only ball that he's, really frozen on running home from third is one directly back to the third baseman. If it's up the middle, he's got to take that chance every time. It's a great throw by Stout and a great play overall by the defense.
So now it will be stepping up to bat Devin Hagee, the catcher.
Also point out, we were talking about the wind earlier out in left field. Brad Hand, he is playing really deep. As you kind of saw Van Camp's reaction when they were talking at the warning track after that play had unfolded where the triple happened. Van Camp kind of stood there, kind of put his arms up like, I can't believe that ball went over my head. And so I think that's kind of sent Brad Hand back pretty far in left field.
That is also the tail of a bandana that hangs down Devin Hagee's back right now. It is not his hair, if you were wondering there, Spencer. Until the fans back there at home can see something kind of flying around again. That is just the bandana. It's not a black ponytail, if you will. Once you're a catcher, you never know. Some catchers have some pretty big personalities, if you will.
It's true. It's true. No, I rock with the bandana. I think it's a cool look.
Would you want? But you're not rocking with you're not letting your hair get that long and rocking with a ponytail?
Oh, I can't do it. I think it's just nothing against the style. It's just not for me. It's not something that I would want to deal with.
And now one that gets by the catcher, Haney, as he has to go back and chase after it. And again, to advance the runner, Zach Hagee, from first to second with the count 3-1.
So we see Hand kind of in another pickle here.
Yep.
And I think this inning's going to say a lot about how the rest of this game's going to go.
And up to 28 pitches, which maybe isn't extremely high yet, but it's climbing quickly, if you will, as this one is going to be fouled off. And the count now full with one out and a runner on second base. Big moment here for Devin Hagee. Again, the Crofton Blue Jays were able to get a triple from Marcus Van Drill, who eventually was caught on a ground ball trying to make it to home. Marcus certainly would love that one back if he could. And now the 3-2, and this one is fouled, and he'll do it once again as it hits the top of the awning here at Cadwell Park. Again, brand new to this facility, along with the press box here, which the press box is kind of a little bit emptier, if you will, here on this Sunday morning.
Just by a couple. The
3-2, this one lined out into center, and it's going to be caught. And now the double play at second base, because no matter what we saw there, Zach Hagee took off to third, and he didn't even make an attempt to get back to second. He knew he was in trouble, so the fly out double play ends the inning. We move to the top of the third. We're scoreless between the Four Corners and Crofton. Third inning comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
That fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction.
The top of the third is brought to you by James Valley Landscape. Their landscaping professionals bring your outdoor vision to life, transforming the exterior of your home or business with low maintenance, high quality plants, and hardscape materials. James Valley Landscape out of Mitchell, South Dakota. Along with Spencer Bewley, Caleb Titsey, Morgan Gill, I'm Heath Nimke, as we're into the third inning. And Spencer, as we were talking during the commercial break, just bad base running there from the Crofton Blue Jays in the bottom of the second resulted in actually 2 outs for them.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness. I love the aggressiveness early on to try and get extra bases where you can. It's just a little bit situational there. If it's a 3-2 count, only 1 out on the board, I'd understand if there's 2 outs, but with only 1 out on the board, there's just a lot of bad outcomes from that situation, i.e. a fly out, a ground ball directly to the third baseman, or you could simply just get caught stealing either way. But I think that you're going to probably score from second base on most balls hit to the outfield. So to me, it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of urgency or real reason to try and steal there.
And to get things started off, we see a leadoff single immediately for the Four Corners to get this inning going on. As again, that was Van Camp, the center fielder, who hits a line shot to Seth Wiebelhaus, the other center fielder. So we begin with a base hit, and we rotate back to the top of the lineup where River Iverson, the right fielder, will be up to bat and fouls this first one off. 0-1 the count.
Always got to treat your 9-hole hitter like a second leadoff. Great job there by Van Camp getting on base. Kind of opens up the opportunities here for the top of the order. Maybe play a little small ball, but also just put the game in the hands of your best hitters to try and drive a run in.
And now the 0-1, and it's just over the head of Tramp, and it will advance the runners. Van Camp to second, and Iverson is aboard with the single. 1 of 2 for him today. And the Four Corners seem like they've been getting a little bit of offense going in every inning. Once again, doing that here in the top of the third.
Yeah, we certainly haven't lacked base runners in this ball game. It's been pretty exciting to watch so far. This instance, we see the first baseman, Koch, playing up on the grass. Would not be surprised to see a bunt here from Brad Hand. He's hitting just .273 on the season in the 2-hole. I think that's a pretty honest bunt attempt, and I think we'll see Koch come up, try and field it, and then have Tramp go over on the rotation. So they're going to play for the first baseman, Koch, to field it.
1-0 the count, as now Brad Ham, the third baseman, steps up where he is 1 of 1 today, and he's going to smack this one out into right field, and Lee Hymas has no play. He's going to have to go all the way back to the 340 mark. It drives in 1. It's going to drive into a stand-up double, 2 RBIs, and the Four Corners lead it, courtesy of Brad Hand's double for the Four Corners.
Probably could have been a triple. I think Brad Hand may have had third base as well, but what a great hit to drive in the first 2 runs of the ball game, scoring Iverson all the way from first base. That's the benefit of being a lefty. If you can pull one down that first base line, it is always going to go for 2 or 3 bases, and it is always going to clear them.
And Lee Hymas was given chase. He had absolutely 0 play on it. And the man above 50 was, we saw him stretching out, rolling out his legs earlier in pregame, and he was given chase to as quickly as he can. But Spencer, that was just perfectly placed there by Brad Hand.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better hit there. Talk about Lee Hymas. You know, those are muscles that you got to take care of to be playing up at the ages that he is. That is so impressive, especially to be out in the outfield too. I mean, he's got to give chase to a lot of balls. He's got to work hard out there in right field. Right field, one of the more difficult positions to play in the outfield.
I know Spencer and I try to take care of our bodies. Maybe I should do a little bit more stretching if I want to make it that long still run like Lee Hymas is.
There's no lack of it in track and field. I tell you what, warm up and cool downs are a good hour of your 3 hours of the workout.
The 2-1 by Sam Hand. It's going to be out into center field, and this one is deep, way over the head of his speedster Seth Wiebelhaus, and this one is going to be a triple. The second triple of the ball game that we have seen. Brad Hand comes around for another score, and the Four Corners now lead it 3-0. And Spencer, I think this one, not a bad spot by Seth Wiebelhaus, just a great hit by Sam Hand.
Yeah, Sam just nuked that. I mean, that ball was
a home run in a lot of other parks.
Yeah, that was crushed. I mean, Wiebelhaus, like you said, he gave a good chase. That ball was hit. He pretty much turned around and started running. But, I mean, just crushed by Sam Hand. I mean, that ball wasn't – probably needed a good 30 more feet. But still, that's a deep center field. And I think you're right, Heath. I think that's a home run in most ballparks.
And without the colorful language there of Seth Wiebelhaus, I can give you what he just said. Oh, shoot, oh, shoot, oh, shoot.
No doubt.
Might have been a few other words that he was saying. But like I said, just a great hit by him. And you can also see from our vantage point up here in the broadcast booth, you can tell where most guys stand at. They're starting to see the wear and tear on the grass.
Right.
And Wiebelhaus is right where everyone else is standing at. And again, I don't want to say the wind maybe carries it just a slight more. That just a plain, simply great triple by Sam Hand. Now, I want to go back to one other thing. We saw the second triple now of the ball game. The last triple resulted in an out at home. This is the difference right now for Four Corners, able to move guys around and play smart base running as well.
Still no outs, too, so a lot of opportunities here. I mean, theoretically, Stout could even bunt him in if you wanted to. I don't think we'll see that. He's the cleanup hitter. They're going to let him swing away here with the guy on third, but there are lots of opportunities here for a run to be driven in by Stout.
So Garrett Stout up to bat, 1-1 the count, and he's going to put this one into play down the first base line, trying to run it out, and it's going to play a play at first, and it's going to be an error as it bounced out of the glove there. So I don't know if we're going to have an instant replay back, but runners at first and third now, as coming home, Sam Hand didn't. And again, runners at the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, Sam Hand probably not going to come home on that one, especially it's different if it's a squeeze-type bunt and he's anticipating that ball to be bunted down the line and he's going to take off right when it happens. But, you know, when Stout's swinging away there, Sam Hand isn't going to be going on that one.
And now we're going to see an error that's officially called on the play. So runners on the corners, courtesy of the error, is again, it was a swing away by Stout. It came that softly off the bat. And he talked about just a moment ago, Spencer. It's a swinging bunt, as we like to call it.
Yeah, and great hustle from him. Again, we see four corners extend the inning. I mean, the inning was going to go on regardless, but theoretically extend the inning off a hustle.
So now 0-2 the count, with again nobody out. As now it's Andrew McLeod, who was walked his last time up to bat.
It's a great pickoff move there, pretty close over at first. Stout was running last pitch.
And yes, you say that, and Stout takes off here. More great base running is going to get Stout all the way over to third if he can get there in time. Great throw by Weeblehouse out in center field, but Stout does slide in safely. Again, he's running. He saw that type of play. He knew what it was going to be and puts runners on the corners, and now all of a sudden the four corners have put 4 on the board in this third inning and have kicked the doors wide open.
Yeah, I mean, this is just textbook hitting. You can't ask for much better hitting right now from four corners. Just high percentage line drives that are landing just shallow in the outfield. Another one here. I mean, they are all over Zach Hagee right now. And then, you know, just the cherry on top, a couple of bombs out to the outfield that are over the outfielders' heads.
Yep, and as you just mentioned, Spencer, a single here quickly by Noah Haney out into center field and now puts runners at first and second. And if you are the Crofton Blue Jays, you're starting to say, all right, this might be enough. I don't know if you're going to have much more from Zach as things are starting to get away from him. He's pitched in 12 games so far this season, but again, he's got some great numbers too. I mean, you look at Zach's numbers, Spencer, as you pull them up right now, a 2.1 ERA, a whip of underneath 1. This is just simply not his day.
Yeah, I mean, he's only given up 39 hits on the whole season, 17 runs, as you mentioned, a 2.1 ERA, struck out 82 and only walked 14. So this is, I mean, he's the ace for this team. This is absolutely an uncharacteristically off day for him. I mean, at this point, he's throwing strikes. He's just getting ripped by this four corners team.
And 0-2 now the count. This one is going to get by the third baseman as this one, Jared Weeblehouse couldn't put the glove on it, and he'll put runners on the corners. You just mentioned, 39 hits you said?
39 hits total on the season.
He's given up 9 already. Like I said, you just don't expect this from Zach Hagee. And I know there's another broadcaster up here, Michael Schumacher, that is going to be pretty done quickly because the South Central League isn't going to get a team advance on to the round of 16 at the moment the way things are going.
Yeah, I mean, bases juiced, no outs. You can't ask for a better inning here for four corners.
And they're making contact every single time.
They are. I mean, they're all over Hagee. This is about as good of a hitting display in one inning as we've seen all tournament. Now, we did see, who was it? Yep, Larchwood put up 18 runs, so it's going to be a tall task for this four corners team to try and score the most in a tournament. I mean, obviously the first 2 innings scoreless. This isn't by any means, over a complete blowout or nearing run rule territory, but if Connaught here drives one and we get 2 more around, then you start to wonder, holy cow, are we going to reach that, 10-run mark, maybe even that 15-run mark later on down the line.
This one fouled down the first base line. This is a four corners team that you do mention as well, even 9.
Family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly.
A few weeks ago, putting up, and it was a close one through. I think it was 1-2-0 in the 7th inning before they eventually won 16-1. So, I mean, they're a team that once the bats get going, they're hard to stop and just things start to fall apart for the opposing team. Again, bases are loaded here. The 1-2 count to as they call him, Shea Butter, up to bat here. And even here, a ground ball would bring a runner home. The 1-2. This one swing and a miss, and that one a huge strikeout there for Zach Hagee. For Zach, it will be his 5th strikeout of the ball game.
Yeah, you know, we're talking so much about this Four Corners team right now and the inning they're having here. Still tons of baseball left to play. You know, they're playing 9 innings here in the state amateur baseball tournament. It's not 7, of course, like we see throughout the summers in Legion Ball and other leagues, but tons of baseball left to play. And sometimes, you know, a team like Crofton will bring in a secondary pitcher, and Four Corners can't hit him as well. That's just the way the baseball goes sometimes. So plenty of baseball left to play. This game is by no means anywhere close to over.
So they've now batted around as Van Camp is up for the 2nd time here in this 3rd inning. Again, he led things off in the 3rd. Again, singled and eventually came around for a run. One of the 5 runs for the Four Corners with bases loaded and 1 out. You never like, if you're a pitcher, seeing the same guy twice in an inning. And now this one fouled.
Almost bounced fair there. That had some pretty vicious spin on it.
And sometimes you just let that one go because that's an easy out right down the 3rd base line.
I almost thought Hagee was going to let it go behind the plate there for a second, but I think that it would have taken too long. I think that Van Camp would have beat that out to first base by the time that he would have let that ball go fair and picked it up. So I think that's a smarter play.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and another foul, and they'll reset once again here in the top of the 3rd. Again, Four Corners putting up all 5 of their runs here in this 3rd inning, courtesy of 9 hits as well.
Hagee up to 58 pitches as well, throwing probably by the end of this inning over 20 an inning through the first 3, which isn't really what you want to see out of your, quote, ace pitcher.
This one fouled off as they continue to make Hagee work up there on the mound. Again, just more and more contact that they have made with the ball, which means they're seeing it either in the zone or just out of the zone. And that one had to been out of the zone the way he's swinging. Just barely got a piece of it, not a whole lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now another ground ball over to Tramp. Tramp will scoop it up and just take the easy out at first. And no, they're going to say foul.
I think they're going to say this one hit his foot. Hit the front foot of Van Camp. It did kind of come off weird. It seemed like it was hit pretty hard off the bat, but then just very slowly rolled over to Tramp at second base.
So foul ball, and they'll reset it again, as that's the 3rd straight foul ball that we have seen from Van Camp, and now this one low, and the count is full, 3-2. Great effort here by Van Camp as he continues to battle at the at-bat. Left-handed batter. The 3-2. This one will go over to Tramp, but he can't get down in time. It brings in 1. It'll bring in 2. And for the 2nd time this top of the 3rd inning, Van Camp gets a hit. This time we'll add a couple RBIs to it, and it's now 7-0. Four Corners beaten up on the Crofton Blue Jays.
And it's just continued great at-bats, continued great pieces of hitting. That one from Van Camp, you know, he's battling, he's working the pitch count, he's seeing a lot of pitches. Doesn't let the pressure get to him. Chokes up on the bat a little bit, takes a nice short swing to the ball, barrels it up right up the middle for a great base hit that brings in 2.
So now it will be River Iverson, his 3rd time up. Hit an RBI last time up.
We do see action in the Crofton bullpen as well.
It's that Hagee warming up that looks that, I don't mean this in a bad way, Ben Hagee has a certain stature about him. And that looks like that's Ben Hagee warming up right now. I can spot Ben Hagee from a mile away, and I'm almost darn positive he is warming up.
I'll trust you because I certainly don't know any better. So
I put a lot of money that it's Ben Hagee warming up over there. Just like I said, the way he stands, he's got a stature about him. 0-2 the count here to River Iverson.
Kind of tried to lean his elbow out into that one, but a called strike.
The 0-2, this one out to center, and Seth Wiebelhaus has absolutely no play. And again, move the runners, bases loaded once again with 1 out. And we'll see. I think that Ben Hagee is making his entrance into the ballpark.
So walking back to the dugout, they may let Zach Hagee go one more batter here. I don't know exactly when Ben went out to the bullpen, but I don't think it was too long ago. I think it was fairly recent, so he may need a little time to keep getting loosened up in the dugout.
Yep.
Bands and weighted balls and whatnot.
Number 13, Ben Hagee, was officially the one warming up. So 1-0 the count. We were right. Again, his stature is just one you can tell from a distance away. And he's pitched plenty of times before. He's 2-0 on the season, a trusted hand for the Crofton Blue Jays to come in. Just makes his way into the dugout now. He's also listed as the manager for the Crofton Blue Jays, but I know he stepped away from that role a bit. And now a pitch that is going to get away from Devin Hagee will advance the runners to third and second and bring home another run. It's now 8-0. The Four Corners lead it over the Crofton Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's the little things that start to kind of fall apart here for Crofton. Pass balls. At some point, Hagee behind the plate starts to get pretty worn out of having to dive in the dirt, and also just continually, he's doing a squat every pitch back there. He's sitting in a squat. He's probably getting a little worn out back there, and it's the little things like that. It takes away opportunities to get outs at third, second, first, home. You had outs everywhere there in the infield. Maybe turn a double play, and now you lose that opportunity. And so if it's a ground ball, this inning is still going to get extended.
And that one, a strike and a miss there for Brad Hand, who was 2 for 2 in the ball game. So a huge strikeout there. And great performance by Hagee. That is actually his 6th strikeout of the ball game. As now we see Sam Hand, who will step up. Last time up, had a triple out into center field over the head of Seth Wiebelhaus. The 1-0, this one in for a called strike, 1-1. Again, runners on third and second, 8-0, Four Corners leads.
You talk about the number of strikeouts that Zach Hagee has. It's really not a poor effort from him on the mound by any means. It's just absolutely exceptional hitting from this Four Corners team. I mean, they just cannot find a fielder out there with the bats. They are only finding green grass right now. Even ground balls are slipping through all the holes.
The 1-2, this one swing and a miss. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Hagee to end the inning, but the Four Corners hang 8 here in the top of the third, and they lead it 8-0 as we move to the bottom of the third. That comes up in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of South Central South Dakota and North Central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st Fall Calf and Yearling Sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination. At Cadwell Park, as this broadcast is brought to you by Agronomy Plus, offering Agronomy 365, which gives you live information resulting in more profitable return and crops for you. 3 locations across the Mitchell area. We head to the bottom of the third. Well, we see some more warm-up pitches here for Four Corners and Austin Hand, who, Spencer, he's had quite a bit of time off, if you will, after we just saw the Four Corners put up 8 runs there in the top of the third.
Yeah, and Austin Hand struggled a little bit in that first inning, kind of trying to find the zone, but I think we'll see him loosen up here a little bit. He's got 8 insurance runs to work with. I think he's going to be pretty dialed in here in this inning.
And that's one thing you will mention. We have seen this Crofton Blue Jays team, only 1 hit, but they've been able to take a couple walks as well against Hand. So they have potential of putting offense and striking back. No doubt about it. The Crofton Blue Jays here in the bottom of the third, certainly not out of this ball game by any means. And if they can get some offense going, they seem to be right back in it. And this one, 1-1, hops in the dirt. And they count now 2-1. Hand is up to 35 pitches thrown in the ball game here yet this morning, if you will, for Spencer. Not quite
It's morning
afternoon.
for everybody.
Not quite afternoon yet,
I
right?
guess it's afternoon for you, Mr. 4 a.m.
2-1 in this one outside and 3-1 the count. One of the rare times I did not wake up at 4 a.m. this morning. Slept in.
Had to go wake Keith up.
My body was just didn't know what to do with itself with all this courtesy sleep that it's had. And now a hit by pitch is Tyler, and it will recycle the order. Back to the top we go with James Kaiser, the leadoff batter, up to bat.
Yeah, those are the ones you don't want to give up in this situation. You know, you're up 8-0. You're kind of searching for that 10-run lead. If you're four corners, you hate to kind of give free bases and not make Crofton earn it in a situation like this. If you're a pitcher in this situation, your one job as Austin Hand is to put that ball over the plate and make Crofton earn it.
Kaiser was walked his last time up to bat. The first pitch in for a called strike. You may remember that Kaiser saw the very first 4 pitches in the bottom of the first for 4 balls and was able to get aboard. The 0-1 kicks and fires. This one is going to be out into center field. Van Camp drifts underneath of it, and there's out number 1. So he throws it back in, fading away. Again, the breeze has died down at times, has come back up here in this bottom of the third, but a good catch there by Van Camp, who's been tested a couple times here in the ball game.
Boy, I thought that was going to go over his head. I honestly did. He did take his first step in again there, which it was a line drive, but he made the catch, fading backwards. There was just a split second when that ball was hit, and I was like, oh no, Van Camp kind of creeping in on it, but he made the adjustment. Credit him out there playing a very tough center field today. This is kind of one of the first days we've really seen the wind blowing consistently hard out there in center. We've seen it the first couple days, it was all in, but yesterday kind of started to drift out a little bit, and today it is pretty much blowing straight, kind of right to left, out into left center.
2-0 the count as this one's low. Weeblehouse, Seth Weeblehouse is up to bat. He's 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Getting right around first is Tyler for the Crofton Blue Jays, and this one in for a called strike, and now test him over at first. So good arm. It's really the first throw that we have seen by Haney, the catcher, and that was on a laser over to Lester at first.
Yeah, I thought it was a good little attempt. Those are always kind of dangerous, but right on target. Koch just kind of fell asleep over there at first base. You saw the jolt in him when he realized that ball was coming back, so I like the attempt.
And this one in for a called strike, so Hand battles his way back. And now the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hand up to 43 pitches in the ball game. The 2-2. This one is going to be out into right field, and this one will fall in for a base hit for Seth Weeblehouse. And putting runners on first and second. Now with Jared Weeblehouse, the third baseman, coming up to bat.
I like what I'm seeing from Hand and him battling back. I mean, that's a good job of 2-strike hitting by Weeblehouse. Letting one kind of run in on the hands, be short and quick to it, get a decent barrel on it out to right field. But I like Hand battling back, just knowing that his job is to put the ball over the plate this inning.
So again, Crofton, a team that can get things going offensively. We saw some bad base running back in the second inning, if you will, that resulted in 2 outs, including a double play, and after a triple, a play at home. And now the first pitch out into right field, and this one falls in for a base hit. This will bring 1 home. No, they're going to stop him, as they will not bring Tyler Koch home, as he was standing on second when that ball fell down, thinking that it might be caught. They would want him to tag up there, but again, it falls in for a base hit. So bases are juiced with 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that's a real tough spot for Koch over there at second base, because you want to tag up if you're standing on second and that ball's caught. At the same time, it does kind of take away from your ability to score easily if you're standing on second when that ball drops. But great hustle out there by River Iverson. That was going to be a very tough play.
And now one gets away from Haney, as he's not able to pick the ball up either. And sliding in is Koch, and it's 8-1 as the Crofton Blue Jays are on the board.
Yeah, kind of a surprising outing here from Austin Hand. Just didn't really expect him to struggle to find the zone this much. He's battled back, but at the same time, at some point, you got to start dialing it in, leading off with some strikes.
So now 1-0 the count to Lee Hymas after the wild pitch. And again, there's someone who can make a base hit happen and get a couple RBIs as a pickup player, certainly Lee Hymas. A great spot here. Again, wearing the blue uniform, representing the other team from the state of Nebraska, the Why Not Expos. And this one, low. Only one team so far from a different state has made it on to the second round, the Larchwood Diamonds. Who's our other team, Spencer, that we saw from a different state?
Advance on, or?
Nope, just their team. There's 3 teams.
From 3 different states?
From 2 different states. 2 from Ohio.
Akron?
There you go.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just confused on the question.
Walk for Lee Hymas, and now the bases are loaded. So we saw the Akron Rebels. In fact, both Iowa teams play on day 1. One advance on. Akron lost to Wessington Springs in a close game.
Play the Akron golf course fairly often.
And now a shot right back to Hand. Takes a weird bounce off the bump. Get on the fielder's choice out at second, resulting in a run scored here as Seth Wiebelhaus is able to come around. Austin Hand, again, off the bump and off his body. The play at second for out number 2 as Lee Hymas will be out on the fielder's choice. But again, now 8-2 here in the bottom of the third as the Crofton Blue Jays have struck back here in this third inning.
All you can ask for there from Tramp. I mean, that ball was crushed right back up the middle at Hand. Kind of lucky to get a body on it, or else that was going to be a base hit that scored 2.
And now stepping up to bat will be Marcus Van Drill, who got a triple already here in the ball game. Again, he was eventually caught going home on a ground ball. It was out the triple to deep center. The first pitch is out. 1-0 the count. Again, runners on the corners here for the Crofton Blue Jays, who have done a great job in this third inning, on the bottom of the third, I should say, to at least get on the scoreboard and not hang their heads and just be down and out. Foul ball, 1-1. Hand up to 52 pitches here in the ball game. Today's bottom of the third brought to you by Horizon Healthcare. At Horizon Health, they're focused on what's real and what's rural. With advanced technology and personal touch, they deliver medical, dental, and behavioral health care that's open to everyone. The 1-1 fouled off towards the parking lot. Don't worry, Spencer Bewley doesn't park over there, so doesn't have to worry about the Texas truck getting bumped, getting dinged.
Far away in that lot as possible. Back line.
Do drive the right type of truck as well, Spencer. Proud of you there.
I'm not sure what the context is to that statement, but I'm sure we'll find out on the break.
You just drive a Dodge truck.
I do.
Dodge is the right type of truck to drive.
Sponsor us, Dodge?
You know what? I should probably make a few phone calls. I know a few Dodge
that might take a few, you know.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and this one is going to be low, and now the count is full. Let's say, isn't that my full-time job to figure that out?
Yes, it is, Heath.
Well, I guess I'll better get to work on Monday. So the count is now full with runners on first and third and 2 outs. Marcus is going to take a time here and step out of the batter's box and now dig himself back in. Again, a triple last time up, and we have seen Van Camp even move a little deeper out into center just in case. Now the 3-2, this one, ball 4, another walk for Hand as he has given up plenty of walks here in the ballgame. His 4th walk. He's also hit a batter as well.
Yeah, we're going to see a meeting at the mound here as Hand again continuing to throw strikes. Probably a conversation of, you got a 6-run lead, Austin. Let's go ahead and put the ball over the plate. Let your defense work. Make the Crofton Blue Jays really earn this one. Still, we don't see any action over there in the bullpen. You know, we mentioned kind of with Hand's inability to find the strike zone that we might see that happen, but nothing yet. Imagine maybe, I said it earlier, I'd imagine maybe a couple batters and we'd see some action out there, but I was wrong the first time. Good odds I'm wrong again.
And we don't see necessarily the star pitcher or the ace pitcher, if you will, for the Four Corners. As Peyton Zabel is not available for today's game here at Cadwell Park. Now, Four Corners can move on to the next round. Certainly, we'll probably see him. Again, winner advances to play Wednesday at 7:30 back here at Cadwell Park. Take on the winner of Corsica and Garrettson. The Corsica boys, like me, I enjoy their name as well.
Corsica.
Well, their nickname, if you will. We talked about this the other night in the broadcast. I think the Horned Frogs is the best nickname you can have for a baseball team.
Horned Frogs? Yeah. You big TCU fan, or?
I just like that name. I just like the name. The 2-1 and this one outside.
A couple guys that play at TCU. Ben Abelt, one of their star pitchers. I guess going to be a junior. Yeah, he's not young anymore.
Did you go to school with him?
I did in high school.
Not TCU.
Not at TCU. I did not go to TCU.
And another walk, back-to-back walks, and with nowhere to go, it will walk in a run. And all of a sudden, the four corners have allowed the Crofton BlueJays to get back into it and giving up now 3 runs. In total, 11 runs, all scored in this third inning. And another conversation going to be had, and it looks like we will see a pitching change. We will. Austin Hand is done. He is still responsible for all 3 runners, though, on the bases. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the defensive changes for the four corners. That is on the way here on Live Ticket TV.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one-stop for mouth-watering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachments.
Back at Cadwell Park, 8-3 here, the bottom of the third with the bases loaded and 2 outs. We see a pitching change that took just a moment because Noah Haney comes on the pitch, who was the catcher. So they had to switch the gears of ignorance around. So again, Noah Haney now the new pitcher, Sam Hand the new catcher, and Shea Connaught will now be playing out in left field as he was the will be playing out in left field. So those are the defensive changes. And now this one by Devin Hagee will bring in one. It'll bring in two on the ground ball single over to right field. And again, the Crofton Blue Jays, after they trailed 8-0 in the top of the third, moving into this bottom half, all of a sudden are right back in the game. It's 8-5.
Well, how about it? First pitch. First pitch you see after the long break. No take there for Hagee. He drills that one right in the 3-4 hole. Drives in two, and all of a sudden, I mean, this is a 3-run ball game. Crofton climbing right back out of the hole in one single inning.
And will also still responsible, Hand is, for the runner on second base. So his official stats not quite over with yet, if you will. As this one in, fouled off. Again, Haney, the new pitcher. Haney wearing I don't know how he does that, but wearing glasses. He was wearing glasses to catch as well. Surprised when he doesn't throw the baseball, those don't come flying off his head. The 0-1, this one a ground ball over to the shortstop. Stout throws to second and safe at second. Sliding and an error called as it was Potts, the new courtesy runner, who was able to get in there safely. And bases are now loaded again for the Crofton Blue Jays here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. I think that he was safe. It looked like McLeod over there at second was just a little bit late getting over to the bag, maybe not hustling as hard as he could have. And great hustle there from Potts.
So again, we see Haney come on, and he's already given up 2 hits from back-to-back batters. I should say a hit and an error, if you will. And this one in for a strike. 0-2 now the count as he tries to get out of this inning. James Kaiser, the shortstop, up to bat.
You know, if you're Haney here, you just got to stay calm and keep on throwing strikes. It's obviously a big mess right now because the bases loaded.
And this one all the way back, and it's going to be a grand slam for the Crofton Blue Jays. And Crofton, here in this bottom of the third inning, takes the lead 9-8 in total, 17 runs. It's the second grand slam that we've seen at Cadwell Park. And James Kaiser and the Crofton Blue Jays take the lead.
Wow. I got no words, Heath. That is incredible. We finally get a win blowing out to left field. Kaiser takes advantage of it. You thought 8 runs was enough. I thought 8 runs was certainly enough. Not even close.
And with that bases clearing, Hand will officially be done with the stats. We'll get you his phone numbers here in a moment. But Haney, it's been tough for him now, giving up 3 batters, 2 hits, if you will, including a grand slam and an error in there. And all of a sudden, as you just mentioned, Bewley, we thought that 8 might be enough. But I said Crofton's certainly not out of it. They can get back into it, and all it did was take them the bottom portion of the inning to do so.
We're set for a barn burner of about 35 to 34
I said, get
here.
ready for a basketball score at this point, the way it's
incredible.
going.
We're up to 17 runs total. Let's see. Wessington Springs beat Akron 10-7, 17 runs. Larchwood beat Burke 18-3, so 21 runs scored there. That's the most. We could be on pace for the highest scoring game of the tournament here.
I think we might be, and this one is swing and a miss. So 0-2 the count. By the way, Hand officially done. 2 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 5, and struck out 1 for the evening. And now the full count pitch is going to be a walk. So all 4 batters have been able to get aboard that Haney has faced. And now Seth Weebelhaus will step up to bat. So again, Crofton has already batted around once here in this bottom of the third. 17 runs all in this inning.
I can't say it enough. If you're Haney, you got to stay calm here. I mean, you just got to stay calm. You got to keep throwing strikes. You can't try and do too much. They hit a grand slam. You know, they've gotten some hits on you, but you can't let it get to you and start running them in like that.
And now a throw over to second on the steal. And Weebelhaus is going to slide in safe at second. Again, Seth Weebelhaus steals second. Jared Weebelhaus is up to bat here.
That's kind of a missed opportunity there. Hand had time behind the plate to throw out Weeblehouse. The throw was a little bit off.
The 1-0. Low and away, 2-0 the count. And yeah, for Four Corners as well, just 2 outs here in this bottom of the third. They just can't seem to get out of the inning. Oh, wow. Of course, because already got us to starting lineup, but we're still in the third inning.
Well, we're about an hour and 15 through the game, hour and 13 minutes to be exact.
Someone went to the Horned Frogs to go have some lunch and come back. We might be in the 5th inning by the time they get back here.
We may reach the top of the 4th by 1 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
Jody Brozig asking what's the mercy rule out of 3.
I say, what's the official total runs you can see in an inning before we say, all right, let's just move on? Yeah, right, yeah. 1st and 21 might be the right call at this point. As this one comes in, is going to hit the batter, and also with that, because it got away from Hand, the catcher, it will move Seth Weeblehouse over to third.
I don't think they're going to credit it with a hit by pitch. I think it's just ball 4 inside.
Ball 4?
It was awfully close because otherwise it would be a dead ball, and that would send Weeblehouse back to second.
That's true. You're right.
So they'll credit him with just a walk.
But then again, got away from Hand.
Still, I mean, Haney, he started off throwing strikes. He's kind of moved away from that here. I feel like he's trying to do too much on the mound. You've just got to keep playing your game on the mound.
So now Lee Hymas will be up to bat, and we'll get a time called. Well, yeah, with weather coming in, too, I know at one point we looked and said rain showers by 1 a.m. we could see. Well, this game might still be going by 1 a.m.
I wondered if you'd mixed up PM and AM, but I'll trust you there.
No,
1 a.m. we might be there. We might be there.
The way this one's going. Again, it's been quite some time. Again, all 17 runs have come in this third inning. And certainly, after the top of the third, Spencer, you lean back and like, all right, well, nothing looks like Four Corners is going to move on.
I
think over with.
Man, I think you might have hinted at Four Corners moving on.
Yeah,
I think I certainly hinted at them run rolling by 7, but they're going to have to score 11 runs here and then hold Crofton scoreless.
Hey, you never know. It might just happen, too.
My goodness. Seriously, with the way this is going, it might happen.
Lee Hymas 0 for 1. 2-1 the count with 2 outs, runners on the corners. The 2-1 pitch, this one, is going to be swing and a miss. 2-2.
I love Hymas rocking the high socks here. Rocking the age with the high socks. Still feeling the youth. I love it.
Deuces are wild. Runners on the corners. This one is shot right back to Haney, and Lee Hymas, the pickup player, has an RBI to his name. Runners on first and second, and Seth Weeblehouse will easily come in for the score. 10-8 here in the bottom of the third.
I see you, Lee Hymas. Driving him in. Rocking the high socks. Barreling up the baseball. Speeding around first base. Playing a pretty good right field, too. Pretty dominant pickup player here for the Crofton Blue Jays, and they just continue to roll. Can we even, we got a pass ball here. It's going to move the runners around, but I'm looking at the scoreboard here, Heath, here at Cadwell Park. I don't even think they can fit the number 10 in a single inning, in a single half inning.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
They're only one-digit scores up there.
So
so they have to recycle it back around. So up on the scoreboard here at Cadwell Park, we see it just says 0 to indicate 10 here in this inning. And now a ground ball over third. Throw to first is going to be in time for out number 3. In total, we see 18 runs scored in the third inning. After the top of the 8th, Four Corners led 8-0. The Crofton Blue Jays answer back and put up 10 in the bottom of the third. And we have ourselves a ball game moving to the 4th inning. That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, Revolutionary. Game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader. MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Back at CAD
is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
I don't know if we've ever seen that many runs combined between two teams, but we have ourselves a ball game, 10-8.
99?
Wow.
Word from Brock Greenfield, the stats keeper, 99 pitches between the two teams in the third inning alone.
Wow.
That is, as Mr. John Shoemaker down on my left said, I've never seen an inning like that in my entire life.
1 ball, 1 strike as we're back underway again. The new pitcher is Ben Hagee. Hagee winds and deals in this one, lifted out into left field, and Marcus Vandrill get underneath of it for out number 1, something we haven't seen a whole lot lately.
Credit Vandrill out there. I mean, again, we've talked about the wind so much. I honestly thought that ball was going to be a Texas leaguer out into left field, and that thing drifted all the way to Vandrill, who's playing pretty deep out there, but it was off the end of the bat, just kind of poked down into left field. I thought, here we go, a little Texas leaguer to start the top of the 4th. Why not see another 18-run inning here, but drifts all the way back to Vandrill and deep left.
And we've seen everything in this game so far, too. We've seen a triple, seen a double, singles, grand slam.
We've seen, yes, about
runs.
every. There aren't going to be many other firsts for us in this ball game.
I don't think so.
Unless we, who knows, maybe we'll see 100 pitches in one inning combined.
A lot more scoring, if you will. Which, hey, I got nothing going on. I know Spence doesn't have anything else going on for the day.
I'm here all day, baby. Let's see some good baseball.
It's Sunday afternoon baseball. Let's just keep on playing, if you will. Hagee kicks and fires this one, a ground ball. Play over at first is going to be in time. Nice job by Ben Hagee to cover to get out number 2. And all of a sudden, we've seen back-to-back-to-back outs for the first time today.
2 up, 2 down. Wow. What do we have here? Baseball?
All right, now up to bat will be Andrew McLeod, the second baseman. Jeez. We just heard 9 runs. I couldn't remember what exactly it was. 9 runs on 2 outs from Crofton in the last half inning.
I'll have to redefine what a 2-out rally means after that.
So 0-1 the count. As again, it'll be, I apologize, Noah Haney up to bat. Just saw McLeod. Pitch is outside. 1-1. Again, Ben Hagee coming on relief here. As this one, I think, and this wasn't just because that we saw Zach Hagee sit for so long. It was time to bring on a new pitcher. Ben Hagee's numbers, Spencer has them. On the 1-2, this one is going to be out in the left field for a base hit.
Quick look at Ben Hagee. He has played in 7 games, pitched in 7 of them. Started 4 of them, so he's a pretty frequent starter for this Crofton team. 3-1 on the season so far, giving up 32 hits, 19 runs, 14 of those earned, so he's thrown a decent amount of strikes, just 11 walks on the season to 29 strikeouts. ERA comes in at about 3.98, so that one a little bit higher than Zach Hagee, but numbers don't seem to matter in this ball game at all, as the man with the lower ERA of .88 came in and gave up 8 runs in a single half inning.
And now, pitch that will get away from Devin Hagee, and it will advance the runner over to second base. So with 2 outs, runner on second, 2-0 the count for the Four Corners after they led 8-0 at one point in the top of the third. All of a sudden find themselves trailing by 2 in the top of the fourth. Lester, the batter, 1 of 2 for him in the ball game. The 2-1, this one popped up in the air. It's in foul territory, and no, it does fall fair, and Van Driel can't catch up to it in time, and this one will fall in for a double and score another run. I thought the way that one was carrying, the wind would carry it as well in the foul territory, but it just fell over there on the left field.
Yep, Texas Leaguer. It's kind of how I expected the first pop fly of the inning to end up. Van Driel unable to chase it down. Yeah, I thought with the wind that one might blow foul, but it stays fair. Van Driel kind of bobbled it over there, and it allowed Haney to advance over to second base, and it drives in another run.
So now the 1-0, try to throw over to second. Ball gets away.
Might have popped Lester in the ear there.
Shakes it off like he's fine. 10-9. 19 runs here in the ball game. Again, it is not the record yet here at the state tournament.
Nope, 21 runs scored.
That was not a close game, though.
No, that was Larchwood absolutely dominating the Burke Bombers. Burke Bombers, first year in existence, first state tournament appearance. So congratulations to them on a great season, despite the first loss.
So 1-2 now with 2 outs. Ground ball picked up, and it will be out at first for the third out, and that will end the inning. But the Four Corners able to strike back. They get a run here in this inning and make it 10-9 with Crofton leading by 1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. That comes up here in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years, and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at NewGen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, NewGen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
The bottom of the fourth inning brought to you by RDO Equipment. Discover a wide range of John Deere and Vermeer equipment at one of the RDO store locations, offering top-notch machinery solutions for agricultural and industrial work. RDO Equipment, a proud sponsor of the Redfield Dairy Queen that got bounced in the first round as 32 teams enter on the State B side. 16 make it on to the second round. 50 teams total come from the State B, fighting for those 32 spots to make it into the state tournament. Also, we'll take a look later on at Class A as more teams are being determined today to make it to Cadwell Park and Drake Field coming up next weekend. We're back underway here as Van Driel, Zach Hagee will all be up along with Devin Hagee in this bottom of the fourth. Van Driel was walked his last time up. In fact, he's 1 for 1. This one's inside, 2-1 the count.
Really looking for Haney to find the zone here. Kind of struggled a little bit in that last inning. Coming in, obviously, in a very sticky situation. Getting hit as well didn't help his case, but looking for him to kind of dial it in here, play his own ball game, reset, refresh, and get after these Crofton Blue Jays.
Yeah, I say it was a little bit of a struggle there for Haney, who's already up to 29 pitches in relief so far. And this one high, 3-2 the count as Marcus Vandriel being patient. Again, we've seen already here in the bottom of the fourth, pitching changes by both teams. And the full count pitch, that one is a walk, and Marcus Vandriel is aboard.
Lots of walks in this ball game. Again, we have 19 hits total and 19 runs.
Wow. A couple errors up there.
Few errors, but pretty large amount of those hit or runs coming in as not earned runs.
This one, it's going to be fouled off. This is again up to bat now, Zach Hagee, who will now take over at the DH spot. He was pitcher DH, now just relinquished, if you will, to the DH spot. Hagee is 0 for 1 here in the ball game. And now Marcus Vandriel is going to take off to second. Good throw over to second, but cannot apply the tag in time is McLeod. And Vandriel steals over to second, so a runner on second base with nobody out for the Crofton Blue Jays, trying to extend their lead, leading it by 1.
Just a great jump by Vandriel. I mean, as you said it was a good throw from hand behind the plate, but just simply not in time.
Today's bottom of the fourth also brought to you by Elite Renovations. If you're looking to update or upgrade your roof, siding, or decking, they've got you covered. Elite Renovations, proud sponsor. The teams here at the State Amateur Tournament. You can find them here in Platte and all across the area as well. This one will be a strikeout for Haney, his first strikeout of the ball game, and there is one away as now Devin Hagee will step up to bat.
It's good for him to kind of build some confidence there, maybe get his feet underneath him, say, okay, I got this, take a deep breath. Kind of back to normal for him, striking the batter out after walking the first one and then allowing him to get over to second base.
And now this one low, it's going to get away from the catcher hand, and Marcus Vandriel will advance all the way over to third now. So he stole the second, and now on the pass ball over to third base with one out. And again, the Blue Jays looking to extend their lead a little bit more, leading it by 1. So we saw the four corners put up a run in the top of the fourth. Crofton Blue Jays, good chance here to answer back that run. The 1-0, big swing and a miss there for Devin Hagee. The 1-1. Sets and fires this one. Makes contact, foul. Crowd starting to fill in a little bit more. As I mentioned earlier, Corsica and Garrettson, that game coming up after this one. 1-2 the count. Taking his time. And now going to call time and step off. We'll dig back in. The 1-2 pitch kicks and fires, and this one ball up 2-2 the count. Haney now up to 38 pitches in relief action. In fact, has not got himself yet through a complete inning, if you will. And this one, swing and a miss, and gets a strikeout, his second strikeout of the ball game. And now there's 2 outs as Vandriel over on third. Haney could get himself out of this inning without giving up any damage and give his team a chance to strike back in the top of the fifth. As now stepping up to bat will be Tyler Koch, the the first baseman will step up to bat.
This is a great bounce back here from Haney after putting the first one on. Digging back in, getting 2 strikeouts in a row, building some confidence on the mound. Seems like he kind of is getting more precise with his locations with each pitch.
Tyler is 1 for 1 here in the ball game. With a count 2-0. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-0. in for a called strike, 2-1.
By the way, we'll get you those final numbers here from Austin Hand. Just over 2 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 6 runs, and 6 of those earned, but walk 5 throughout the ball game, and struck out just 1 batter.
This one popped foul, giving chase to it. The first baseman is going to miss out on the play. Lester thought he had it, but had to come back at the last second, put the glove across his body, and could not catch it. So they'll have to reset and do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a runner on third base.
Yeah, tough one there for Lester. Of course, he kind of missed it just to his left. I think part of that could have been a win. Part of that could have just been it's a tough ball to catch over there when you're having to hustle over from the first base position. Underestimate how much your head can move, how much your eyes can move when you're running that fast at a ball.
The 2-2, this one swing and a miss. And Haney is able to get the final out. I don't think Four Corners realizes it.
No, I don't. Everyone was kind of very hesitant there. Everyone's like, holy cow, did we just end an inning without a run scored?
They did. So they've been playing baseball for so long, they forgot what 3 outs looks like. We moved to the top of the 5th. It's 10-9. Crofton leads it by 1 over the Four Corners. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
Starts closer to home with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to...
Back at Cadwell Park as we get some more lineups here for Garrettson. So now I have Garrettson and Corsica starting lineups. Again, that game comes up about a half hour after the conclusion of this one, or as they say here at Cadwell Park, set to start at 1 o'clock. Don't think, Spencer, that's going to be happening anytime soon.
Yeah, well, 1 o'clock you said the start time?
Yeah.
Yeah, for certain. Absolutely. No, I mean, if you think about it, this game, if it ends in the next 5.5 minutes, then we could get going by 1 o'clock. So I think if we go about 60 seconds per inning total, we should be able to get there by 1 o'clock.
That being said, we just saw 1 pitch, 1 out on a ground ball that time for Van Camp. Went right back to Ben Hagee, throws the first. All right, let's pick up the pace. Here we go. As now up to bat will be River Iverson as we go back to the top of the lineup and a swing and a miss. Again, we did see Ben Hagee come in relief. There in that top of the 4th inning, did give up a run. So again, close game, and now one that goes off the end of the bat. Uh-oh, no one's covering first, and throw over there, and this one's going to be a hit, and now there's a lot of misconfusion. Throw over at first is safe. So Iverson went through first and then indicate that he was going to go to second because he rounded, and the throw over to first went wild, and by the time that Crofton got the baseball back, they were almost able to get Iverson, who had to dig back into first. And Iverson there had to also not only round, but go around the first base ump, and he's hurt as well. Eventually, he's safe at first base. So we'll now see a courtesy runner as Iverson is taking his time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if he got hit with the ball. I mean, there was so much commotion there. I mean, I think that the throw to Koch might it was in the dirt, obviously. It may have caught Iverson.
So it looks like we're getting some blood, actually, is what I believe Iverson.
I'm going to bet this ball hit him in the face.
I think so, because it looks like he's blown his nose or something, some type of blood right now here at the moment. Also, we're seen a warm-up pitcher as well for the Four Corners. So Iverson injured. There's the shot for you. Again, wiping something off his face. So again, bringing some water. Yep, looks like simply a bloody nose. They stuffed the good old cotton up there.
And he'll be good to go.
He'll be good to go. That'll stop the bleeding, they say. Just stuff it on up there.
Guess we're not starting the next game at 1 o'clock.
I don't think we are anymore. I don't
Dang
think
it, that was really the nail in the coffin, wasn't it?
But again, we are seeing a warm-up pitcher in the bullpen right now for the Four Corners. Runner on first after the hit from Iverson. And now it will be Brad Hand up to bat. So we're finally ready to go at Cadwell Park as see a small injury. We're ready to go. Spencer, what were you always told growing up as a child to stop the bleeding for a bloody nose? Just hold your head back.
No, see, I actually was told not to hold my head back because then it goes down your throat and it gets pretty nasty. But
hey,
yeah,
I'm just checking in to see.
Jody's backing me up over here. I was always told you kind of pinch at the top maybe a little bit. That one never really worked for me, and then you just do exactly what he's doing over at first base, what Iverson's doing.
Stuff some cotton up there too?
Stuff some cotton up there. I never left it in though. I would always hold it. I had never left it actually in my nose and then resumed activities. I always just sat there for, I think it was about 2 minutes. Parents always told me to hold it for 2 minutes, put pressure on it for 2 minutes, and that usually did the job. So I had to wait, 10 minutes, blow the rest of it out, and be good to go.
I was not given that opportunity when I was a child. I was told to let it bleed.
That is a hot take.
And this one, the 1-2 in for a called strike, and Hand now back-to-back outings that he goes down through a strikeout. And now 2 outs with a runner on first. It's always did you swing first, Heath, at your older brother? Well, then maybe you deserved it and you could just let it bleed. Sorry you ruined your white shirt. We're just going to throw it away.
Thankfully, it never got that tough with my older brother, but I was more of the old 5-star right on the back.
Took a few shots from my brother throughout the years. Still have a scar on my foot as well, where I missed kicking him and put my foot through a window. Ooh. Yeah, that one was also told that we're just going to let that one bleed. It needed stitches. And good old Father Nimke said, we're not taking you to the ER. You're going to learn your lesson.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah. And we learned a lesson that night. 1-0 the count. As up the bat is Sam Hand, the new catcher. Whoever was warming up in the bullpen, not for sure exactly who it was, is done warming up and back in the dugout. This went in for a called strike, so I don't know if we'll see a new pitcher heading into the bottom of the fifth or not. As the Four Corners, they're just going to try to piece some things again together. If they can advance on, they will have their ace pitcher back, Zabel, who is unable to be here today. And this one outside for a walk. So now runners on first and second for Ben Hagee. Ben Hagee up to 34 pitches in relief action so far. Ben Hagee through 1 2/3 has given up 2 hits, has walked 2, and given up a run that was earned and only struck out 1 so far. First pitch is outside, 1-0 the count. So Garrett Stout is up to bat. Stout is 0 for 3 so far today. And this one fouled, 1-1. In fact, Stout the only four-corner player not to have a hit, along with Shea Butter here in the ballgame. Those two have yet been able to get on the board, in the hit category at least.
I think everyone's been on the board at this point.
Yep.
As far as being on the scoreboard.
19 runs, 20 hits in the ballgame, and the 1-1 out into left field, and there you go, count it for Stout, his first hit of the ballgame. And how about this? It will score 1, it will score 2, and it's going to be, can he slide in safe? He does, triple. As they tried to throw over third, it was in time, but took a weird hop into Jared Weebelhouse. and 2 runs scored, but more importantly, the 4 corners have taken their lead back. They now lead it 11-10 here in the top of the 5th.
And we're tied for the most runs scored in the 2024 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. 21 runs on the board right now. Back to the actual play. I think that throw, if on target from Kaiser, was going to get Stout out.
And now popped up in the air on the first pitch, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop, Kaiser. But for the 4 corners, they put up 2 here in the top of the 5th inning, and they take their lead back 11-10 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. That comes up in 60 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
Back at Cadwell Park here in Mitchell, South Dakota. The only Cadwell Park in the whole entire world that hosts baseball. The other one over in the United Kingdom hosts some dirt track races, if you're curious.
I did hear that at the beginning of this tournament, but interesting fact.
Kaiser will lead things off for the Crofton BlueJays. And this one sees the very first pitch, and it's going to be in for a base hit off the glove of Stout. The leadoff batter is aboard for the Crofton BlueJays as they try to take their lead back after it's gone back and forth so far. Again, 21 hits, 21 runs. What a crazy performance that we have seen so far today.
22 hits.
Oh, yeah, that's 22 now, yep.
It's all right, Heath. Multitasking over here, writing in some lineups, getting ready for the next game.
Which I don't know why. It's going to be around there 3 hours before we get to that one.
Should come up hopefully around 2 o'clock or so. Seems to be kind of the trend that we've been following. But interesting piece of hitting there from Kaiser. Took an outside pitch through the 5-6 hole, but barreled it up nicely. So great job by him finding a gap in the defense and getting on board as the first runner of the inning.
Weeble House, Seth that is, up to bat now. He sees his pitch high. This one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and again, nobody out. So again, you look at Cadwell Park here in Mitchell, South Dakota. It says 10 on the scoreboard, but then you look at the inning scores, and it says 0 all the way across.
Pretty good crowd here at Cadwell as well for the 11 o'clock game. We traditionally have seen the bigger crowds come out for the evening session, but not a bad one here this morning, or I guess now this afternoon for this morning game. Lots of fans coming out, spending their Sunday out here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
The 2-2 count. Kicks and fires for Haney, and this one is swing and a miss as Weeblehouse went chase after one out of the zone, and it's a strikeout for Haney.
A little bit of a controversial call on the pitch before, but definitely went chasing after that one, so kind of did himself in.
Again, Corsica and Garrettson to follow after this one. We still have another 3 games for you here on Live Ticket TV. Getting a run around first base for the Crofton Blue Jays. And it's going to take off is Kaiser. Throw over to second, not going to be in time as the throw was a little behind Stout, who was covering over at second.
Jared Weeblehouse here hitting .230. Batter at the plate. Looking to kind of up those numbers throughout this state tournament. Got an opportunity here to drive one in. You know, I've noticed something interesting, Heath. I don't know if you've noticed this, but not many batting gloves being used in this tournament. I feel like majority of hitters are just barehanding the baseball bat.
It's because they're old-fashioned, good old boys, if you will. They're not using little slide gloves either that cover up getting their...
Oh, we've seen some oven mitts now out there. We've seen some slide guards, but I've seen more slide guards probably than batting gloves out here, I feel like.
Man, be a man. Get some dirt in between the fingernails.
I will say that when I was playing back in the day, I did tend to go back and forth, sometimes between batting gloves, sometimes not. Sometimes I felt like I had more control over the bat when I didn't have batting gloves on, and I felt more connected with it, like it was more an extension of my body, if you will. When I had the batting gloves on, felt a little bit like I didn't quite have as strong of a grip on it, which is supposed to be the opposite, but realistically, my hands didn't get too sweaty when I was playing, so.
You're a guy that wears golfing gloves too, aren't you?
I wear a golfing glove, but I can golf without it. I need the golfing glove. That one I'll tear up my left hand pretty good.
The 3-2 out into right field, and this one's going to be caught by Iverson. And Kaiser will tag up and move over to third base with now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Get the calluses, the good old calluses on your hand.
Oh, I've got the calluses, brother. Trust me. I've got one in the center of my hand here. It's peeling and ripping, but
they can't. You don't get gloves to grip a pole.
No, you don't get. You don't
a pole vault, that is.
You don't get pole vault gloves. That'd be a nightmare. But you do get sticky spray if you want it. Sticky spray and chalk. I use for any of you industrial workers, I guess. Super 77. Probably horribly toxic to my skin, but I only have 1 more year left, and that is what keeps my right hand on the pole. I had a couple incidents that hurt pretty bad, and after a while got a little head case about it. And I will say it's not as bad as what my coach, Derek Miles, used. He used an automotive adhesive that came out like silly string, so strong that every time he pole vaulted and pushed off the top of his pole, it ripped all of the tape off with his hand. And he had to retape his pole every jump.
The 2-0 to Lee Hymas, who's up the bat. And this went in for a called strike, 2-1 the count.
Hymas looking for another RBI here. Got a good opportunity, a little bit of a hitter's count.
Stands in tall, 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Very patient batter as well, as you can see him.
Yep. One thing that comes with the veteranship is you have a lot of patience at the plate. Lots of smarts in the batter's box.
Lee has seen it all, if you will. The 3-1. And that one's ball 4. And take your base, Lee Hymas. So runners now in the corners with 2 outs. So Kyle comes out to grab the bat. Bat boy for why not, but gets his opportunity to be the bat boy today.
Quick meeting at the mound here as well. Not between anybody but pitcher and coach, but not sure exactly what they're discussing here. Maybe how to approach Hymas at first base. Just quick tidbit on the hitter. Could be a variety of things. Maybe going over a first and third situation, but you'd think in that case you'd bring the rest of the infield in.
So, again, runners on first and third. Quick little conversation here. And coming up to bat will be Austin Tramp for the Crofton Blue Jays. So again, 2 outs.
Is that just like 51 successful attempts in a row?
This one low and away. 1-0 the count.
Word in from Reagan and Brock over here to our right. Lee Hymas had a stolen base record of 51 successful attempts in a row. You said 51, right, Reagan? 51.
And Spence, if you want to hear one other tidbit about it, if you go to your program 25 years ago, 1999, state beat champions with the Why Not Expos, you can find Lee Hymas in the picture. So that's how long
He's seen it all.
So that's how long he's been around for. We're not calling him old. We're just calling him he's been around.
He's a veteran, and he's still playing. Still playing great ball.
Again, Tramp, 3-0 the count to him now with runners on the corners here. A base hit would tie up the game at least. Hard one to hit out into the corners. Might just bring in Lee with his speed that he has.
It's like LeBron James of the state amateur baseball tournament.
I think Lee would take that compliment. The 3-1. Kicks and fires, and this one off the ump's mask there. He hangs in there, and now the count is full with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, again, the Four Corners scored 2 runs here in this top half of the inning to take back their lead. Total of 22 hits, 21 runs. Here we go, the 3-2. This one, it's going to take a hop off the grass, throw over to first. It's going to be in time for out number 3. The Crofton Blue Jays able to put runners on the corners, but can't cash any runs. And Four Corners hold on to a 1-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th that comes up here in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered.
We travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
Back at experience the enduring. As it's 11-10, we move to the top of the 6th inning. Ben Hagee now in his 3rd inning of relief. With a 1-1 the count. As leading things off will be Haney, and he's swing and a miss this one, and it's 1-2 the count. That's a big emphasis on a swing and a miss from somebody up here in the broadcast booth.
Sorry, what was that?
The 1-2 popped up foul territory. Lee Hymas giving chase. It is going to fall foul. Again, Garrettson and Corsica coming up in the final game of the round of 16. That game right here on Live Ticket TV before we hit the afternoon session, which is set to start at 5:30. And the way things are going, I don't know if it might even start behind on that one, the way everything has gone so far today.
Yeah, approaching the 2-hour mark. And this one, great play.
Hard shot by Weeblehouse as he makes the stop. throw over to first for out number 1. Again, great hit by Haney. But even better play by Jared Weeblehouse at first to get 1 out.
Captain of the hot corner over there is Weeblehouse. It's one thing to be able to knock that ball down. It's another to actually perfectly glove it, get up, and then make a good throw over to first base. So great play over there by Weeblehouse.
As now Lester will step up the bat. This 6th inning is brought to you by NewGen. Explore ways how NewGen can help you sell your crop and check your bids. And Marion NewGen is a proud supporter of all the athletes at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. So 1 out.
They're going to say he went on that check swing. They checked down to first base, or I guess appealed down to first base, and they will say he went, so 0-1. Oh,
and now he's going to get drilled in the back for his appeal. Ben says, you want to appeal that? Take this.
It went in Ben's favor, though. I'm not sure what he could be frustrated about, but.
Ben Hagee, again coming in his 3rd inning of relief. He's given up 3 hits, including 3 runs. Just 1 earned. Has walked 1. It's now also the 3rd batter that the Blue Jays have hit so far. 1 strikeout for Ben Hagee here in the ball game as well. A total of 8 strikeouts for the Crofton Blue Jays. And what has been, if you're just tuning in, a crazy affair. It was scoreless as we went to the 3rd inning before we saw 18 combined runs. After the 4 corners put up 8 in the top, we saw answered back nicely 10 runs. And now this one popped up in the air. And Spencer Bealey, we've been making comments about weather could play a factor, and this one couldn't get any longer, right? Well, now rain is coming down here at Cadwell Park. A slight shower, and now you're going to see fans start to shift towards the awning and closer to us. As again, we are seeing a light shower starting to fall here at Cadwell Park.
Yeah, you can see it right on the back side of your screen right in front of you. Fans in the stands. Taking flight for this awning here. Now, it is pretty light rain. It shouldn't be enough to really affect this ball game too much. You may see a couple pitches slip here and there, but that should be all.
Well, this one popped up, back-to-back pop-ups, and Ben Hagee is going to catch it for the final out. So, craziness. But between the bottom of the 5th and top of the 6th, we didn't see any runs scored. It's been quite some time since we've seen that. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 4 corners still lead by 1, 11-10. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative that has served the ag community for more than a century. Dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It's Cadwell Park where the rain has started to fall slightly. Slight rain. In fact, you look here at the cement at Cadwell Park, it's a little wet in certain areas, dry in others. So again, it's in a very light rain, something we don't have to worry about right now. We're going to play through the weather. Now, if it does pick up or get any worse, we will have to move some things around, but we'll worry about that once we cross that bridge. As we're back underway, and the bottom of the 6th will be Marcus Van Driel to lead things off. Van Driel, Zach Hagee, and Devin Hagee, all up here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Haney is still the pitcher as well. Four Corners leads it, total of 21 runs, which ties this year's state record so far.
Little weather report. I don't think we should see any delays. It's just, I believe, going to be on and off showers. There's a very small little cell kind of moving through here, but no red, no yellow on the radar from the Weather Channel.
The drops are starting to get bigger here, though, as now fans are really starting to take cover but behind the awning or find somewhere they can get some shade. A swing and a miss here, and there's one away as Van Driel goes down through the strikeout.
I don't think any bigger drops will last for longer than maybe 5 minutes, just the way that the Weather Channel has this looking for us. I mean, it's very light green, kind of in a middle, tiny little dark green spot on us right now, but overall, I think that the, quote, heavier drops will come later close to 4:30.
And now one skips away from Haney on the error, and getting aboard will be Zach Hagee. As again, went right back to Haney. Should have had the play there at the mound, but couldn't quite hold on to the ball, and it bounced away, so one aboard on an error. As now stepping up to bat will be Devin Hagee, the catcher for the Crofton Blue Jays.
Just like that, rain pretty much stopped. Not really seeing anything come down right now.
Fans still have their umbrellas out just in case. First pitch to Devin is low and away again. At one point, a little bit ago, we saw back in the bottom of the fifth inning, this was the top of the fifth inning actually, when it was Four Corners was warming up a pitcher. We've not seen any movement in the bullpen since. The 1-0 popped up in the air. Giving a ball chase, and it's going to fall in for a base hit as Iverson could not quite make the play, and now taking off over to third, as didn't even make a move to third. He was on the ground. I don't know what you're screaming about over there. So good hit by Devin Hagee, puts runners on first and second.
Yeah, the throw got past, and it seemed like Hagee over at second may have had a little window to try to take third, but as you mentioned, Heath, he slid head first in, kind of discombobulated, got to get up, locate the baseball, but I think the real concern there was that nobody was covering third for a brief moment. It was a great job by Haney to kind of hustle over to third base and realize where he was supposed to be. But nonetheless, another Texas leaguer drops in. Seen a lot of those this game.
And for the Crofton Blue Jays, chance to tie it up, even take the lead back.
Been scoreless since that third inning. Scoreless in the ball game other than the third inning where they scored 10 runs.
Wow.
That is it. All 10 in one inning.
But they have put runners on a base, on a bag, if you will, every single inning. Whether through a walk, hit by pitch, or just a plain hit. Now Crofton in the ball game only officially 7 hits for them on 10 runs. Don't forget, they also hit a grand slam here in the ball game. As Tyler is up to bat here for the Crofton Blue Jays with runners on first and second. 1 out.
And I think Haney's done a very good job pitching to contact here. He's really kind of found his rhythm after that shaky relief inning where he had to come in and kind of work Four Corners out of a very tough jam. But he seemed to be pretty dialed in since. He's gotten some ground balls, some very shallow pop-ups. Haven't really seen him get barreled up too badly since that one inning.
Another strikeout for Haney here in the ball game.
Right on cue.
As now we see Haney throw his 7th strikeout of the ball game. Combined 8 strikeouts for the Four Corners here in the ball game. Haney, by the way, in relief, up to 80 pitches so far. And I feel like his pitch count's so high, we just forget that he's thrown so many strikeouts. It just seems so long between his strikeouts, not maybe consistently throwing 3 straight strikes, if you will.
Yeah, definitely the Blue Jays have done a very good job kind of working the count, getting deep on the pitch count on Haney.
So now runners on first and second. 2 outs. It's now up to bat is James Kaiser. It's 2 for 3 in the ball game. His 4th time up to bat in the 6th inning. A little bit of a crazy number to be batting that many times. Only the 6th inning. The 1-1 makes contact. It's going to go foul. 1-2 the count. 1-2 with 2 outs. Kaiser trying to make something happen offensively for the Crofton Blue Jays. The 1-2 and stealing over to third. And did he get caught stealing at third? He did. Zach Hagee. Great throw by Sam Hand, the catcher, over to Brad Hand as they catch Zach Hagee stealing, and that will end the inning. Crofton Blue Jays put 2 runners aboard but cannot bring anybody across. And we move to this 7th inning where the Four Corners hold on to a 1-run lead. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket.
Seemed like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being
Today's 7th inning is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. For more than 65 years, they have been ensuring a brighter tomorrow by investing in the rural communities while protecting what matters most to you. Farmers Union Insurance. The 7th inning is also brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, offering dependable pest control services for both residential and commercial properties. Their service extends throughout South Dakota and the upper Midwest. It's the first pitch underway here in the top of 7th is a ball. As they start the top of the lineup, River Iverson, Brad Hand, and Sam Hand all due up for the Four Corners as this one swung on and drove out into the left. Is there? Nope. Couldn't quite tell if there was somebody warming up in the bullpen, but that is not the right team. They are wearing white as well, but it's not the correct team. This one, swing and a miss, and 1-2 the count now to Iverson again for the Four Corners, just trying to add some more runs. They're leading it by 1.
Next game, Corsica versus Garrettson will be the last one to wrap up this round of 32 here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
The Horned Frogs taking on another Blue Jays team. And this one, college strike 3, and Ben Hagee gets another strikeout to add to his tally for today. And there's one away here at the top of the 7th.
Hagee starting to settle in a little bit as well. A scoreless 6th inning. First inning that we have seen scoreless since the first 2 overall.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and pay attention a little bit more. But another thing about Hagee, Ben Hagee that is, his jersey never stays tucked for long.
I noticed that as well.
And he will not retuck it because it will come untucked right away again. Foul ball, and the kid just misses out, and the second kid there to cover, and there's a tackle over there. The scramble for the baseball.
It's a fumble.
Solving problems and working with your hands.
He's got the ball in hand.
He's charging it with his hand up. Rocking the catcher's mitt. I love it.
There was a scramble. There was a tackle over there to get that baseball. The 0-2 back in action here. This one popped up foul again. If the kid's paying attention, he can go after that one. He will actually. He's giving a hard chase off behind us, and it will stay up, though, up in the bleacher, so that kid has no opportunity to get that one.
Surprised they don't make Hagee tuck in his jersey. Isn't that technically like a uniform violation? I mean, I know they do it in like basketball. You have to stop and tuck it in.
And now take 2 hops over to Tramp, throw to first in time, and there's out number 2.
What a scoop by Koch over there at first base. Also, I mean, great play by Tramp, but the velo on that ball. That was a very hard toss over to first base, and to have it be in the dirt and Koch scoop it, that is an elite play over there at first base.
When it came off the bat, it looked like that was a guaranteed single there.
Yeah, just kind of came right off the end and not a whole lot of heat on it. Poked right up the middle, and again, great speed by Tramp to get over there, cover the middle, and make the throw over to first.
Now the 1-0, this one in for a called strike as Sam Hand is up to bat.
Rain has began to come down a little bit here again. Just again, still a very light, almost like a mist out there. Sure, it's a little bit more from what we see in the press box, but nothing to shove all fans under protection. There's still quite a few lining the dugouts and out kind of along the outfield lines, still sitting in the stands outside of the awning.
So now deuces are wild. 2-2, and this one fouled off.
Another fairly cool day here at Cadwell.
It has just been beautiful. Cooler days at Cadwell Park. And usually you see the 1st of August, some of the hottest days of the year here in the state of South Dakota. Again, just absolutely wonderful.
And almost all days I've wished I had a sweatshirt.
The 2-2 in foul territory. It will be foul, and some kids all standing around that one will give chase to it again as no one caught it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Nobody aboard for the 4 corners. Again, leading it by 1 in what was a crazy 3rd inning that we saw 18 runs. This one inside looked like Sam Hand one to almost get hit by that one.
I think he kind of last second just pulled away. Seemed a little bit unhappy with himself, especially for an off speed. That's one you might feel like wearing more than a fastball. So
Hagee in relief, now up to 69 pitches thrown here in the ball game. The 3-2, this one outside, and it'll be a walk. So Ben Hagee gives up another walk here in the ball game. For Hagee, gives up his 2nd walk of the ball game. He's also hit a batter. And now Stout will step up to bat. Stout last time up got a hit and drove in a couple runs. In fact, those 2 runs that he drove in last time up were the ones that took back the lead after 4 corners trailed 10-9. We have not seen scoring since the last time Stout was up. Now pickoff attempt over there at first. Easily gets back in.
Hand kind of jumped a little bit to his right off that pickoff. Almost thought for a second he was in trouble, but able to dive back in time. That'll prompt Hagee to go after him again here. Once again, Sam back in safely.
The 0-1 and now taking off is Sam Hand, but he is going to have to go back as this one fouled off. So the count now 0-2.
So cardio work over there for Sam Hand. As I'm sure he'll be taking off, maybe not this next pitch, but might see a pickoff here from Hagee back over to first.
I'll make sure I get that in later.
Yep, there it is. Of course, Sam Hand completely ready for that. Was in plenty of time back to first.
And the 0-2 fouled once again. We just continue this at bat. As Stout battling tough, trying to keep this inning alive for the 4 corners. Oh, 2 the count.
Get some exchanges here on baseballs between ball boy and umpire. Filling up his mask with as many balls as he can take back. Some more real baseball, I guess, being played here in these later innings. Last couple we've seen have been much more traditional. Couple runs scored here and there.
And now trying to steal. Safe in at second is Sam Hand. As he's able to steal a second, he tried that earlier. Ball was eventually fouled, so this time it works out. With the pitch of a ball, 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. One, two, fouled.
I believe this is the 9th pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say long at bat. Surprised we haven't heard Staying Alive over there from Cole Larsh on the music. Maybe we did and I missed it.
So 1-2, and now one that gets by, and it's going to get stuck. In fact, on the top of the wall here between the netting. And eventually with that, Sam Hand's able to get over to third base. So Sam Hand has moved from first to third in this at-bat.
That may have been the first time all week we've seen a ball get stuck right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2. Reached on, and this one's going to go foul. As Stout tried to pluck that one. And again, the at-bat continues.
This is a heck of an at-bat here by Stout.
And there it is. Finally ends the inning on a strikeout. Ben Hagee gets the win there against Stout. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 11-10. Four Corners leads it by 1. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
At James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, health care, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts. James Kaiser back up to bat as he was up to bat in the 6th inning, but a caught stealing that end of the inning means he gets his chance to come back up and try again. So that's how we'll begin the bottom of the 7th with Haney still out there pitching as well for the Four Corners. So this pitch outside, and the count now 1 ball and 1 strike, and then a throw back to him gets above his head. We have seen plenty of runs in the ball game, 21, which is tied for the highest here at the state tournament. Also a lot of hits as well, 23 hits, 3 errors in the ball game. The 1-1 out into center field. We've seen weather. We've seen a grand slam. We've seen 2 triples. We've seen 3 doubles. We've seen a lot of singles. We've seen a guy get hit by a pitch. A couple guys get hit by pitches. We've seen everything, Spencer.
We've seen it all. Seen a center fielder fall down while making a catch now.
So the ball gets stuck in the net.
We've literally seen everything. I think one thing with the rain, too, is if it continues, we'll probably start to see those baseballs kind of deaden a little bit. Maybe not see as hard of hit balls. That one had a great barrel on it, but.
And something else with the rain that moved in, we did also see it kill off the wind.
Yep, the wind is pretty much dead. Although it's really a little bit of drizzle out there. You can hardly feel it. I just out there myself can really hardly feel it. I don't think it's going to affect our games today at all, other than deadening the wind and maybe deadening the baseball bats by just a hair.
2-0 the count. This one low and away. Now 3-0 the count to the batter, Seth Wiebelhaus. We'll get to Jared Wiebelhaus in just a moment. So 3-0 the count in the bottom of the 7th, and this one in for a called strike.
Take all the way there by Wiebelhaus.
Again, we saw 10 runs in the bottom of the 3rd for Crofton. That has been their only offensive output we have seen from them here in the ball game.
They've gotten some base runners on. We've just seen some crucial base running mistakes, especially around third base once they're in scoring position. But really just a pretty good job on the mound by Haney, and I don't know, kind of a great job on the mound by Haney, but a little bit of a combination of Crofton not necessarily executing the way they should in the batter's box and on the base paths.
I wonder if they'll let Haney try to go as long as he possibly can. Nope, as I say that, they are warming somebody up in the bullpen, because I was looking at his pitch count up to 93 pitches. I got to think he won't have, see how this inning goes for him, if you will, and if they need to make a change, trying to hold on for the win and play Wednesday evening. And now he's trying to steal, and Seth Wiebelhaus is going to slide in safe. It was a high throw over there, but a good pull down by Stout, and almost got the tag on the foot in time.
Yeah, Sam Hand, again, he has time to make that throw. The throw is in time for the second time now. It's just off target, and it allows for a stolen base and another runner in scoring position here for Crofton with less than 2 outs.
So 1-0 the count. So we see a slight haze that comes across us. And this one in and hit Jared Wiebelhaus on the hand. So he shakes it off. They give their courtesy apology. Haney does. Jared says, I'm good to go. Don't worry about it.
Friendly exchange. Love to see that. Lots of great sportsmanship here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
And now Lee Hymas will step up to bat.
Lee's been dangerous this game. 1 for 2. Drove one back up the middle, but as everybody knows, he's been around for a while. He's a veteran. He is cold in situations like this.
He sees the very first pitch. It's out into right field, and getting underneath of it is Iverson. The runners will not advance, so Lee Hymas, not what he wanted to do there for the Crofton Blue Jays.
He can blame me for the announcer's jinx. I gave it to him there. Talking about having some ice in his veins and the tough situations, and I lead him right into a pop out to right field. That's on me, Lee.
So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, runners on first and second. 4 corners holding on to just a 1-run lead. Again, they are warming up a pitcher right now in the bullpen. That is off to the far right corner here at Cadwell Park from our vantage point. This one in for a called strike. Batter up, Austin Tramp here. The 0-1. Haney collects. Kicks and fires, and this one swing and a miss by Tramp. And now the count 0-2. Haney lets runners get aboard again. Now can get himself out of the inning. And what at one point wasn't a close game. And then the bottom of the 3rd happened.
Talking about run rules in the top of the 3rd. All of a sudden, Crofton takes back the lead in 1 inning. Scoreless since, though, as we mentioned. Scoreless in the game outside of that bottom of the 3rd.
We did see 4 corners add another one in the 4th and 2 of the 5th, but we have 6 we went scoreless, and right now 7th we could go scoreless. So the more just came down in bunches and in a short spurt like we saw the rain here at Cadwell Park. The 2-2, and now a throw over to third is going to get beyond the third baseman, Brad Hand, and Wiebelhaus will get in safely. They wanted to get him on a pickoff over there to keep him honest. It looked like they might have had him caught in a pickle, but the ball got through Brad Hand's hand, if you will, and went out into left field, and the runners advance. Jared at second, Seth at third.
I thought for sure that Crofton was about to end their 3rd inning of this ball game via a base running error.
And this one doesn't matter. Swing and a miss as Haney steps up and gets the strikeout. Check it back here on our instant replay. I think it might be our first instant replay of the game.
I think it is. Shout out Morgan in the production truck.
There it is. Strikeout for Haney. Give him number 8 of the afternoon. In the four corners, lead it 11-10 as we head to the top of the 8th. That comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus.
Ben Hagee taking his final warm-up pitches here. As it was Andrew McLeod, or I should say is Andrew McLeod, who will step up, see the very first pitch, ground over to the third baseman. Wheelhouse throws the first in time, and there is one away immediately to start the top of the 8th inning.
Great play by Jared Wheelhouse. I thought for a moment that throw was going to come in high, but he collects himself, running to his left side, fields it cleanly, and makes a clean throw over to first base. Quick out, one pitch, one out.
Noah Haney, the pitcher, will step up to bat. Haney. We'll see how much longer he has pitching-wise. Again, we've seen still warming up in the bullpen. I think it's number 9, as if I'm correct. Garrett Stout, who's warming up right now. Now this one, ground ball over short, and Kaiser throws the first to get out number 2. So it's quick work here for Ben Hagee in the top of the 8th.
Clean fielding. Kaiser collected that one. If he doesn't throw quick over to first, I think that Haney has a chance to reach there, but instead just collects and fires over there with a strong throw instead of taking that extra gallop step that might allow Haney to get on base.
Now Lester, who's 2 for 3 here in the ball game, will step up to bat. He will see the 1-0, and this one is going to drop. Picked up, though, by second baseman. Throw to first is in time. Great play by Tramp. 1, 2, 3 in order. This is the quickest half inning that we have seen today. And we move to the bottom of the 8th. That comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Rock Creek and Howard and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV. Back here at Cadwell Park as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Marcus Van Drill will lead things off. We'll also see Zach Hagee and Devin Hagee all due up here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Noah Haney is also still out there pitching, as his pitch count is extremely high. We have seen the four corners warming up a pitcher
but have not pulled the trigger to take him out. By the way, Haney in relief action. 102 pitches that he is throwing, 55 in the strike zone, if you will. So, yeah.
50% ratio there.
Not the best.
Definitely looking for more, no doubt. I feel like these Crofton pitchers the Four Corners pitchers have kind of struggled to find the zone today. Putting on a lot of batters via walk.
And it gets out number 1 on the ground ball. 1 away.
Easy play for Lester over there at first. Just drop down to the knee. Field it, run over there, take your first out. And Heath working very quickly now through these last couple of outs. Was it a 1-2-3 pitch inning, that last inning, or was it?
Yep, batters 1, 2, 3, yep.
But was it 3 pitches?
No, it was not 3.
Okay.
Not 3 pitches, nope.
Couldn't have been more than, what?
I think it was more than 6.
6?
Yeah, 5 pitches. 5
or 6? That's what I was thinking, too. So, working quickly here.
Today's broadcast, Rally Time, brought to you by Caton International. Caton International in Crofton offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need. Zach Hagee, 0 for 3 here in the ball game today. 2-0 the count. Again, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. This one popped up in the air. Crazy to think about it, too, Spencer. Could we have 10 runs in the bottom of the 3rd and then not score in any other inning?
If you tell me that I scored 10 runs in an inning in a baseball game and my team would lose, that'd be crazy. It's one thing to say, like, oh, you scored 10 runs in the ball game and you lost. But, like, you scored 10 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yep.
And you lose. That'd be a crazy stat. But as we've seen, this game can turn very quickly. No doubt in anybody's mind in this ballpark, Crofton can put up another 3 or 4 runs here in their final 5 outs. But they do only have 5 outs to do so. And right now, this game has really turned around. It's definitely become more of a defensive battle in these latter innings.
3-2 the count with 1 out to Zach Hagee, who is up the bat. Already 1 out, as I just mentioned. 109 pitches for Haney. No one warming up in the bullpen anymore for the Four Corners. And this one outside for a walk. So Haney gives up another walk. He's done that plenty. His 6th walk he has now given up.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be pitching conversations to be had after this ball game for Four Corners.
In fact, if you will, Four Corners has given up more walks than Crofton has gotten hits in the ball game.
That's a tough stat. That's a tough stat.
So you're walked 11 times, scored 10 runs in an inning.
And I was going to say, we've seen 8 hits. It's not like that's just a knock on Crofton's hitting this game at all. They have been driving the baseball.
The rain's starting to pick up once again here at Cadwell Park. Someone's umbrella. Oh, there you go. That's fixed. Ground ball right to McLeod. Bobbles it, then flips to second. Gets the out and then throw over to first. Time. And turns the double play, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 9th. Four Corners lead it by 1. It's insurance time for Four Corners. That comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
It continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Coda Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Top of the ninth, it's insurance time for the Four Corners as they can try to add to this one-run lead. That is the entire goal. As the first pitch is fouled off, up to bat right now, Shea Butter as they call him, and that's one right over to the first baseman, and there is one up, one down. Nice play over there at first.
Yeah, this inning has got to go quick for Crofton. I mean, they are eager to get back up to the plate. They've got 3 outs left to make something happen. They have got to hold Four Corners scoreless in this inning.
Jack Van Camp, the center fielder, is up to bat again. Ben Hagee out there, 85 pitches that he has thrown so far in relief action. Has gone through 5 1/3. And now this one popped up in the air. It's in it's fair territory, and that one drops in for a hit. It will be a high single in the end. But Van Camp is aboard. Now bats 3 of 5 here in the ball game today.
That's that dead zone. We've seen it plenty of times today and a ton throughout this tournament. If you can poke one right over the head of the first baseman or third baseman, there are not many left fielders or right fielders that are ever going to get to that ball.
River Iverson now steps up to bat. Swing and a miss. The Crofton Blue Jays, they want to keep everything at a minimum here. 1 run, tie it up, and force some extra innings. And this one out into left field, that will fall in for a base hit. So now runners on first and second. As Ben Hagee.
You can kind of feel the urgency, too, from Crofton. You know, Hagee's working much quicker on the mound, I feel like. He's really trying to get that ball back and immediately get on the bump and throw it around. The Blue Jays just kind of in the field are really trying to get the ball back to him quickly. There's definitely an urgency with the Crofton Blue Jays here.
First pitch, in for a called strike. You can see Ben Hagee's face, too. That's not him being exhausted. That's just maybe his face, if you will.
Tough to see through some of that rain, too. It's kind of like a resemblant to getting sweat in your eyes a little bit. Having to kind of squint through the mist.
But at least rain's not all salty. Losing your electrolytes when you sweat.
Doesn't burn, that's for sure.
Losing the important minerals that your body secretes when you sweat. So I always need to put the electrolytes back in. The 0-2, outside. Runner takes off, and safe at third is Van Camp. Iverson moves up to second. So now runners at third and second with 1 out. And a hard hit ball into the outfield will score 1.
Yeah, I think that steal is a result of Four Corners kind of timing up Hagee on the mound. I mentioned he was working quickly, but he was kind of working in a quick rhythm that was very similar each time. And Four Corners, base runners, took advantage of it. Great steal there by Van Camp and Iverson to double up and get on third and second respectively.
2 balls, 2 strikes now with 1 out. Again, Brad Hand, 2 for 5. He started the game, in fact, if you will, 2 for 2. He's not gotten base since. As I say that, this one hits the gap out in right center. As they score 1, and that one will score 2. 13-10 now. Four Corners extends their lead.
And we have a new scoring record for the round of 32. Four Corners and Crofton combined for 23 total runs, and probably more to come. I'm going to guess that this ball game is still far from over, Crofton obviously has shown the ability to be incredibly explosive each inning. And that was a really important hit there by Brad Hand to drive in 2 RBIs, tack on some insurance, because I don't think if I'm Four Corners, I'm feeling super comfortable heading into the bottom of the 9th with only a 1-run lead.
1-0 as the pitch is outside. Is now Sam Hand up to bat. This one low. Yeah, you mentioned this one's certainly not over for the Crofton Blue Jays, because they can get right back into it. 3-0 in for a called strike. 3-1. "26 hits we've seen here in the ball game. And now a walk, but runners at first and second.
Not a bad walk given up there by Hagee. Kind of gives your defense a chance to make a double play happen here. I think that's one where he's kind of pitching around Sam Hand in a way. Hand also, hitting .343, so definitely known for his ability to make it happen at the plate.
Stout sees the very first pitch, is going to fly it out to left field. Marcus Vandrill will catch it, and there is 2 away. Getting 2 runs scored for the Four Corners in this top of the 9th. They lead it by 3. It's not their biggest lead of the game.
At one point, it was 8.
At one point, it was 8 before we saw Crofton score 10 in the bottom half of the inning. They said, that was pretty cool. Watch what we can do. And they hit a grand slam in that sequence as well.
Hey, Heath, your baseball team is going to go up 8-0 in the top of the 3rd, and then entering the top of the 4th, you will be down 2.
Wouldn't believe you. Andrew McLeod, the second baseman, now up. This one's outside. Again, runners on first and second for the Four Corners. Garrettson and Corsica coming up half hour after this one. 1-1. Ground ball over to third. Great play.
What a grab.
And they'll just simply get the tag at third on the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. But again, 2 runs from the Four Corners. It's do or die time for the Crofton Blue Jays. That comes up here in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two, and look at your crew. Brenda the Calculator Cutler, Bill the Drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction.
To the bottom of the 9th we go at Cadwell Park as the Crofton Blue Jays are down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 3 after the Four Corners put up 2 runs in the top of the 9th. And this one in for a called strike. As leading things off
Tyler Koch, the first baseman. We'll also see James Kaiser and Seth Wiebelhaus, part of the group to make a comeback here for the Crofton Blue Jays if it's going to happen. This pitch high, 1-1 the count. Tyler's 1 of 3 here in the ball game. Haney's still out there pitching. Trying to pick up the W here for the Four Corners. We have seen them multiple times warm up somebody in the bullpen, have not gone to it. The 2-1. Kicks and fires. This one low and away. 3-1 the count. I feel like they would make a pitching change if this thing starts to get away from Haney a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike, 3-1. Swing and a miss for Tyler as he tried to go chase after that one.
Got to have quality at bats in this inning. Got to try and find a way to get on any way that you can.
The 3-2 kicks and fires. This one swing and a miss. It's another strikeout. For Haney, it's his 8th strikeout of the ball game. Now James Kaiser will step into bat.
Great outside pitch. It's kind of right where you want it. You don't really want it any further off because then it's ball forward. You don't really want it any further in because then it's too hittable. So a great pitch there from Haney to get his first out.
First pitch. This one inside. Almost got hit there. Was Kaiser. 1-0 the count. This one in for a called strike. 1-1. Again, down to the final 2 outs. Crofton Blue Jays also the last representative for the South Central League, trying to keep the South Central League in it. As the other 3 have all gone down, including the district champ, Tabor. 2-1 with 1 out. This one is going to be lifted up into right field, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. And now the Crofton Blue Jays are down to their last out as Seth Wiebelhaus will step up to bat. Again, if you're looking to tune in for the Corsica-Garrettson game, thinking, all right, this will be over by now, we still have another half hour after the conclusion of this one, and we'll get you to that game coming up. Wiebelhaus swing and a miss as he went chasing after it. Haney still has a little something left in the tank, as that pitch certainly had some heat on it.
This is when Haney starts to get pretty excited. You know, you can taste victory, and it might be here.
Popped up on the 0-1. McLeod underneath of it and catches it for out number 3. And the Four Corners put up 8 runs in the top of the 3rd inning, thinking they're going to cruise to a victory. Crofton Blue Jays battle back and put up 10 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, but do not score after that. The Four Corners add another 5 runs throughout and get the victory here, 13-10. 13 runs on 18 hits today for the Four Corners. Spencer Bewley, what a crazy game, what an exciting game. This one had everything.
It did, and I ultimately think that it kind of came down to the base running mistakes on this half of Crofton. I mean, you had 2 times when you had runners in scoring position, and both times with 2 outs, you end the inning by getting caught stealing or getting thrown out at home plate. Either way, it just felt like Crofton had opportunities that they weren't able to take advantage of, had the negative outcomes in those situations, and I think that that's kind of what was the difference between them, you know, being in this ball game with 13 runs themselves versus losing by 3 when you score 10. Overall, I mean, Four Corners pitchers kind of struggled a little bit to find the zone. We didn't see super great strike-to-ball ratios, but great game by the Four Corners. I mean, you score 13 runs, you'd hope you'd win a game. You wouldn't expect it to only be by 3, but got to credit Crofton for battling back after going down 8 early on. It hurts to score 10 runs in 1 inning and not put up any more throughout the rest of the ball game, but it's baseball, and that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles.
Haney gets the win today. Goes through 6 1/3 innings complete, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 6, and struck out 8. His other counterpart, Han, went 2 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 5, and struck out 1. Taking the loss today for the Crofton Blue Jays, Ben Hagee goes 6 complete, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, walked 3, and struck out 3. Zach Hagee, who got the start on the bump, went through 3 innings complete, gave up 10 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, and struck out 7. But again, the Four Corners advance on to the round of 16 to take on the winner of Corsica and Garrettson. That game coming up at 7:30 on Wednesday. Our next game, as I just mentioned, Corsica and Garrettson, it's about a half hour, so right around, if you will, 2:15, 2:20. We'll get that game for you in our second game of the afternoon session. For Spencer Bewley, I'm Heath Nimke. We'll catch you back here in just a moment for Garrettson and Corsica. That's on the way next on Live Ticket TV.